San Antonio's Sports Center.
Make it 17 in a row for the Spurs as they fall to the Rockets 93-82. Up next, the Lakers are in town for a home-and-home Wednesday and Friday. Houston Texans head coach D'Amico Ryans confirmed Monday that C.J. Stroud did suffer a concussion and will be in protocol, and his status is up in the air for Sunday's pivotal contest against the Titans, who just got a crazy win last night.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up.
So wake me up. Wake up. Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam.
I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
How about them Cowboys?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
That's Rudy. I'm Rob. This is R&R. Together again here on San Antonio Sports Star. Easy E driving the boat till 10 o'clock. How's everybody feeling?
What's up, you damn slacker?
I feel great.
Dude.
You're a rock star,
Hey,
man.
When we're leaving the airport, we left at the same time. His son's picking him up. My wife's picking me up. Rob gave me the strongest hug in the 2.5 years. He was like, dude, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry what I'm doing to you.
What is it, like 11:45?
Oh, God, it was awful. Sunday was an awful day. It was just travel day from hell. I'd like to say I listened to you yesterday, Rudy, but I was comfortably.
Rob, you're not supposed to.
Oh, man.
Like, why would you do that?
I felt like, I've been through basic. I've been through the military. You don't leave a man behind. And I left a man behind.
Man,
I did. I was headed toward the hills.
No, man, it was fine.
Well,
it was like I say, it was a Monday.
There
was a travel coming back from, you had the great win by the Cowboys, Army, Navy, Spurs. So it was easy peasy. Pledge is always opinionated, so I don't have to say much.
Thank James again for
James has a
filling the
crazy
void.
next week. Oh, you're off. That's next week. James has a crazy week.
So
I'm just off one day next week, but still.
Yeah, next week's a little bit crazy for everybody.
For everybody.
Yeah, we got bowls started. By the way, we want to thank our digital guru, digital god, Ryan.
He's all right.
Not the fact that he's sitting right beside me means absolutely nothing.
Oh, my man.
Go to our website. You guys are people with a purpose. Our morning crew, you're great about this. Thank you, first of all. And if you're new to the morning crew, to join our club, you need to subscribe and like on a daily. So go do that on our YouTube feed. Go to the sasportstar.com. We've got a bowl pick'em contest that Ryan has put together. It's really cool. Looks good. We're gonna make our picks during the week. We got all your bowl games all throughout the season. If you're gonna hear some college football, you're only gonna hear it right here for the most part, right here on San Antonio Sports Star. So we'll be doing our picks. Go there, check out the site on the regular basis. Monday Night Football last night. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, actually I did. There was both games turned out to be, came down to the wire. The Miami and Titans game, again, it's one of those games where it both really ends up being a close game that makes you watch to the end, but really bad football. That's how both games were.
Was it bad football?
If you look at how the Titans won, like they had a punt fumbled, then another crazy weird fumble, then they go down 14, and then Miami poops the bed. And then the Giants, again, I know DeVito, he's becoming a thing. Like, it's becoming a thing over there with him. Like, the Giants got to cling on to something. It wasn't, again, a close game doesn't mean it's good quality football. That wasn't high quality football, but it was good enough to keep me there. And then I'm flipping back and forth between that and the Spurs. So
you watched, did you watch all three? What game did you watch more of the? Because I was, I'm on the streaming, so changing from one thing to the next ain't easy. It takes, buffering. But I watched mostly the Spurs, and I missed out. And I felt like, it seems like every time I went to the Miami Titan game, that Miami was doing something stupid. It just seemed like I saw a fumble, I saw a trip and fall, I saw D-Hop pull a dude down, catch a deep pass. It just looked like Miami just was like a step short. The other game, the Green Bay New York game, looked like the Giants were playing some pretty good football.
Nah.
That wasn't the case? Okay.
It's just Green Bay sucks, just like the Giants suck.
But I mean,
even though they're hot, Green Bay's gotten hot.
Was DeVito good? I mean,
he's just look. Dayball knows what DeVito is, a guy that's going to be in the XFL in a couple years, and he makes him stay within himself, and he does a good job of staying within himself. Now, what's happened with Daniel Jones is they started treating Daniel Jones like he was really good. And then he got outside himself. Yeah. And he got outside himself and he started throwing a whole bunch of interceptions. Like they paid him all this money and they started letting Daniel Jones do way too much. Like DeVito was 17 of 21, 158. Like it's like throwing a bunch of little short passes, keeping the chains moving and not turn. He didn't have any interceptions. So it's just a smart called game by Daboll. But but he did have the one thing I'll say about the kid. He ain't shy about taking off and running. You know what I mean? He averaged about 7 yards a carry, like 71 yards, I want to say, 71 yards rushing. So Saquon only had 86. They had 200 yards on the ground total.
So what I'm looking at, though, is DeVito won.
Yeah.
Flacco won, right?
Yeah, the kid in Cincinnati.
Jake Browning won. Will Levis won.
He did.
Anybody else that we want to pull out?
Anybody else
that wouldn't have been expected to get a W at any point?
Zach Wilson blew out the Texans.
Hey, that goes on the list. Zach got him one. Pretty impressive.
Am I missing any? Are we missing anybody?
How's this happening?
Minnesota won 3-0.
No one gets any credit for what happened in that game. Sorry, Josh.
We're not giving him no credit.
Bro. We gave you offensive player of the month, whatever the hell you got a couple weeks back. Right. But no, that was not worthy of note. We'll just give the W to Minnesota and move on. Nothing from either side.
No, but I watched both games. The game I watched more of was Miami because I like watching Miami offense. I like watching Tyreek Hill play football.
I used that game to adjust the color on my TV set. I'd pop over there every now and again, make sure my blues were blue and my greens were green, because that was quite a blast of color when I would turn on that game.
Yeah, it was.
That part of my house now is covered with Christmas lights. My wife has just gone bananas, and it's over like the hearth, and there's like flashing. It's like watching a game on the Vegas Strip.
What the hell is a hearth?
The wood thing that goes around your fireplace, whatever that thing is.
Oh, why can't you just say the wood thing over the fireplace?
Because hearth is so much shorter. But when you say hearth, it brings you in the mind of
what?
Christmas songs.
Have you started watching Christmas movies?
Okay. I've watched two. We've successfully watched Elf and Christmas
Vacation.
With
the dude
Will Ferrell. Yes. We have Candy Cane Lane on the docket.
My daughter
for this evening.
I'm kind of hurt. And my daughters hate when I travel. So to punish me, they watched that without me. And I thought that was like some cruel, like I told them, I was like, I hope y'all know I deducted one thing from each of your lists. Cause that's just well, you're having fun in Boston with mom. So we didn't have anything to do. So we watched Candy Cane Lane without you. I'm like, damn,
Did they like
to
it?
my face.
Oh, I'm sure they
liked it. Yeah, they loved it. But that's the type of stuff they do. Like, spoiled ass brat.
So I'm glad. I'm actually surprised that you're hurt by that.
I
thought
hurt.
you were like, what? All right, thanks.
No, we love
the family time.
Yeah, once every 2 weeks, because my 15-year-old, she's in her own world. Once every 2 weeks, it's like,
when
damn
she comes back,
everybody downstairs, we're family timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, get some snacks. Everybody sit down. Here's your blanket. Here's mine. Let's pick something.
Awesome.
Like once every 2 weeks. It's not that much. Don't give us too much.
When you gather them all together, who chooses the? I
let my
viewing?
Teenager. I have to, because if I don't, then she zones out, and then she's frustrated. And she's like, acts like the world's coming to an end. So you pick it.
So she's not like putting on Euphoria, putting things that like everybody's kind of like uncomfortable and awkward. Like, okay.
No.
Okay,
hell no.
I remember the first time my kids did that.
No. Not Euphoria. I've heard some crazy things about that show.
Kids today.
Shout out to Zendaya.
Lordy. Well, we've kind of buried the lead, and I don't know how to approach what I spent most of my time watching last night. It's 7 o'clock talking Silver and Black. We do it every day. Make sure you're following on the podcast and doing all the stuff. We'll talk about what we witnessed last night. And if there is a way to set a franchise best, worst, however you want to quantify it, loss record, it's with a game we saw last night. If you're going to break the record, fall ass backwards and break a hip going across the finish line, And that's what we saw last night.
Damn.
I've never witnessed
brutal.
It was as bad a basketball as any Spur team.
What?
Oh, talk about it all the time. And it was so bad. Well, there were brief highlights of one-on-one play, and there might have been a nice little dish from
the dunk
Wemby.
of the night. He got number one on
Oh,
Sports
he had him
Center.
a dunk. He had a nice block. There was a nice little scoop pass down the lane to a little reverse layup action. There was, okay. So that's 5 seconds of fun.
Out of the 48 minutes, you only found 5 seconds.
So we'll go 47 minutes and 55 seconds of wow. And at what point does indifference set in, Coach?
Well, it just depends. It depends on the person. Indifference is subjective. Like, are you? I know. I talked with Pledge yesterday. He's not excited about him anymore.
I'm talking to Coach Pop. At some point, get mad. You look, we got to shoot in this league. Well, yeah, but you got to kind of coach guys up a little bit too, Coach.
Ain't that much coaching in the world, Rob.
Well, there's the other question.
Ain't that
how
much
good? This is the talent. This is the talent.
Ain't that much coaching where you look around at the league at some of these other young stars, and then you look at our young stars, and there's a glaring difference some nights. I'm not talking about every night, but some nights I look around the league, and even at the worst, even when I look at Detroit, who's lost more games in a row than the Spurs,
20,
and they play each other January 10th. Hopefully that won't be for the breaking of the streaks of both of those teams.
Never in the history of the NBA have there been two teams with losing records of more than 15 going at the same time till now. Spurs lost 17 straight. They went 4 of 5,000 from three-point line last night. We'll look at how they did it, what they did, and the laugh fest that some of us were stuck watching, and with really no hope in sight as the Lakers, your midseason tournament champion, are coming to San Antonio, wearing the crown and boasting of all things great as they put yet another banner up there in the forum, or the former forum, now Staple.
Yeah, we got to talk about. I put that on the rundown, Rob. I want to know what Magic and Kareem and Worthy and Pat Riley think when they go to no, it's not Staples, it's Crypto, and you look up there and you see 87, 88, 01, 02, 03, 2000, 01, 02. Then you see 08, 09. You see all these beautiful back-to-back three-peat championships, and then you see something up there that says NBA Cup.
Whatever the hell that is. They got him a banner.
Like, who hangs that?
Do you think you have a celebration? Do you gather together and bring all the team together every year?
Do you have a parade?
Is there a mid-season parade? Is that what we want?
If LeBron, man, look.
Hey, now you're talking.
Dude,
why isn't there a parade?
Stop it right now.
LeBron's got it. I hope they come bearing the banner, like they carry it around with them like a belt. They walk in. When they walk into warm-ups, one guy leads them out holding up the mid-season banner.
Not gonna happen.
Like,
it better not.
Like a prize fight, leading out the Lakers holding up that beautiful banner. No, why not? No, we're going with this, Edwin.
Yeah, right. Get the hell out.
Hey, Monday night was a bonus night. We had two football games. Were they good?
At
we'll
the same
try to
time.
figure it out. One against the other, and the Mannings, no Manning cast. Was there no Manning cast last night?
Yeah, there was.
There was? Okay.
There was, yeah.
How did they do that?
Well, easy. They're the Mannings. They got 12 TVs.
Did they do both games?
Yeah.
Oh, I got so many questions. Let's talk Monday Night Football. Yeah, the team in the weird blue won. We'll tell you which one it was. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. How you feeling this morning? I love Mondays. It's not Monday, it's Tuesday. It's my way into Institute for Functional Health. I've been going to see these guys for about 6 years. Weekends like I just had at Army Navy would have been so much more difficult if I was walking around carrying all that other 50 pounds. You put 15, 16, 17,000 steps down a day, you need to be in pretty good shape. And the IFF has helped me get here. I'm in better shape today than I was yesterday, and far better than I was several years ago. Can you say that? if you are in a difficult battle to lose weight, or if you've never even thought you could lose weight, you are the ideal candidate to go talk with Dr. Jacob Torres. He turns long-term failure into success stories over and over. Thousands of people walked into IFF just like you, not sure if they could ever lose weight, not sure if they even wanted to try. Dr. Torres convinced me, as he will convince you, that what he does works best for those like us. Everybody loses weight different. There are methods that are based in science that are going to never change. But then there's also the mental side of things that really was the key for my weight loss. They're team leaders. Dr. Torres has been a coach, a mentor, all you need to lose weight. Find out what I know. Call him today. 468-1891 is the number. He's available. He'd love to talk to you. Go by the great office down there in McCullough. It's a beautiful place. Results, not refills. They live by it. Listen to me close. If you are tired of being tired, if it's time to lose weight, you resolve that 2024 will be the year that you can look back on and say you did it. Call Dr. Torres today. The change is inside. I know you can change your life. Call him today, fix it what you can, and let the doctor take care of the rest. And before you know it, you're going to be down weight and thanking him later.
94.1.
Wendy's Peppermint Frosty and Frosty Cream Cold Brew make the perfect gift for anyone in your life, especially for you. Yeah, this year you're sitting on your own lap and getting yourself what you want. Finally. And if you need a little more pep in your step, get yourself a refreshing Peppermint Frosty Cream Cold Brew. Or you can give it to your mom. Whatever.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Vanilla Frosty is temporarily unavailable.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price to have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The best place to catch all your favorite football games is Twin Peaks. And this Sunday, San Antonio Sports Star is going to be out at the Twin Peaks Days of Valor location to cheer on the Cowboys. Come Sunday Fun Day with us starting at 1. 29-degree beer, tasty snacks served up by the lovely ladies at Twin Peaks, and your chance to win tickets to see the Toadies with special guests local age at the Aztec Theater. That's this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Days of Valor location starting at 1. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Federal criminal cases are much more complex than state cases. The court process is different. You have to have a lawyer with experience in federal law to navigate through it. If you have been accused of a federal crime or being investigated for one of the most important decisions you'll have to make is who will represent you in the process. The LaHood Norton Law Group has decades of experience dealing with federal investigations, federal trials, and achieving outstanding results for our clients. The sooner you contact our team, the sooner we can help. Call us at 210-797-7700.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Fully stocked to shop everything you need for your smoking needs under one roof. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipe, cigars, and more. With 16 area locations, including the newest at 8214 FM 78. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Check out the Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
If you're San Antonio, there are benefits that come along with it. I will cut you the front of the line. We're going to hike the return.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R. Here on the Star. That's Rudy. I'm Rob.
This Monday night. This is the old school.
This is the one that gives me the shivers.
Why not?
The Seat.
Like, some things don't need to be changed. Like, oh, we need a refresher. No, you don't. Some things, I get it. Some things we need to do away with, but this should have never gone away.
You can hear Howard in the background.
Shout out to Cosell.
God bless the dead. The games, which I get. Do we get that for the rest of the year now?
I have to check my schedule.
Because no more bye weeks. We done with that.
I got to check my schedule.
Fantasy season's winding down. Dues need to be paid. I know. I owe. I know. It's coming.
Rob.
I do.
Wait, time out.
I don't pay till the pink notice. The pink letter comes. That's when I pay.
Rob, it's week 15. You haven't sent your dues. I mean, it doesn't matter because no one's got paid out yet.
The money will be there.
Dude.
I ain't letting you keep the rake. I keep the rake.
Oh, this dude is week 15.
You know, when you deal with Rob Thompson, the money will arrive. I'm like the Lannisters. I always pay my debts.
I'm surprised you're still in the league.
Oh, they hate me. For a lot of reasons. I don't want to get into it now, but yeah, I'm the worst teammate in this league. Because right now, of course.
But as long as you keep participating,
I still participate.
Then that's all that matters.
I'm always in the meat of it. Stop. You know, I'm not. I'm always in the meat of it, but never in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I'm always the guy that's trying to fight to get the last dude in. And if everything goes right and this guy gets healthy, I might, maybe. No, I'm always that guy without the assurance.
I hate fantasy football.
I hate it today.
I hate fantasy football.
I'm tired of it.
Like, and even what makes it even worse is when I see the conversations. Man, I got such. What do you think? I'm like, hey, man, I don't know. Rudy, what do you think I should start, bro? I don't know. I suck at it. So I hate it. Like, I guess if I was good, I'd like it.
But see, no one, you know how people are good.
I'm not good at fantasy. Like, I'm not.
Being good means being diligent. That's all it is. But for those that wake up every morning.
No, there's an eye for it.
I've done it for 30 years, man. I've seen them come. I've seen them go there, Rudy. And the ones that win are the ones that wake up every morning, hit the stats, make the moves before anybody else does.
That's what it is. It's diligence. Yeah.
You're not brilliant. It's not picking against the spread.
But this is what I do say about fantasy guy. Fantasy guy that's like really into it. Because you're so into it, you know a lot about each team come playoff time. Like, no, man, they suck against the run. Trust me, I had this guy. Blah, 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 blah. Like, they're ingrained in it, so you have to know football.
Yeah, you learn football.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You learn football.
There is no better way to learn
because
football.
You're watching, literally trying to watch every game because of you going against the guy that got this guy. So you end up watching a ton of football, more football than me.
Well, more football than I would have wanted to watch last night, though. Two crazy games.
Bad.
I mean, but all weekend long, Army, Navy, these two games, it came down to the last 5 minutes in all three of the games that I was part of this week. Just 40 minutes or 50 minutes of, and then here we go.
And if I'm not mistaken, I consider that a hip drop.
Oh, as a hip drop. That needs to be
that happens. They won't. They won't. According to Tom Brady, you need to learn to protect yourself from big hits.
Okay, how do you do that?
See, I don't know. Tom, when Tom was going on his rant about mediocre football and all the injuries, he said you got to learn to protect yourself from big hits. He would say, I wouldn't lead. When I was playing Ray Lewis, I wouldn't throw the ball over the middle because I didn't want to get my guy killed. Like, there's certain preparation you can go into, but I don't know how you keep a guy from dropping his hip when he's trying to tackle you from behind. Now, if I'm a defender, if I play defense, Rob, I tell you, well, how do you want me to get Tyreek Hill down? So I get the defensive side of it. Like, well, damn, y'all say don't come high. Y'all say don't go low. Now Rudy and Rob are telling them that stop the hip drop.
Well, I get it.
So
I know you're mad. I know it ain't fair, but we got to stop it. You're just going to have to find another way. What are you talking about?
No, it's awful.
The potential of losing. A Tyreek Hill last night, a 2,000-yard chase in play for that? No, can't have it.
Well, first of all, that's adrenaline last night. So today we're going to find out if Tyreek's okay. But thank goodness Tyreek is that short in stature. He's stocky, and if you look at Tyreek's legs, he's got some trunks like Dak. So hopefully he's okay. But another hip drop takes out another one. Hopefully he's not going to be out for any extended period of time, especially for you fantasy owners that have been eating well off of Tyreek Hill.
No kidding. Well, what's your opinion of Miami today after that?
Can't trust them. I can't trust them, especially because, again, the thing that I've been saying about Miami is, hey, if they get home field throughout, watch out. And they go and lose at home to the woeful Tennessee Titans after having that game in their grasp, which means to me the attention to that's just attention to detail and feeling like, oh, we're up 14. It's 4 minutes to go. This is in the bag. I don't like that from a team. Like, you never play the score. You play the game the right way. Like, teams that are like, when they're on a mission, like that would never happen to San Francisco. Because San Francisco is not looking at it like, oh, well, there's only 4 minutes. San Francisco is playing to destroy you, playing to finish the game, playing the right way, attention to detail. That's Miami going through the motions, and it cost them. And that's huge because, again, if they have to travel to a Baltimore or to Buffalo, they're cooked.
Yeah, they're not.
They're cooked. That's an awful loss for Miami. I think the two worst losses this week were Detroit and Miami.
I will give every team gets an off week. I think every team deserves a week where you're tired. It just isn't working right. I'll give you that, but it seems like Miami's had a couple of those.
They have. There's another loss or two in there that was like, what?
When you look back on the season, you go, I get this loss. I understand why this happened. Then you look at the Titan game and go, the inexplicable, and that inexplicable is what keeps you from winning the big one. So I'm putting Miami on. They're not on the expectant list where they're going to end. Well, I'm expecting them not to make it no matter what happens. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are even fighting today that you go, expect it ain't going to happen. But I'm not putting them on the they're on the guardedly optimistic list.
Now I look at it, no. They've only lost to Buffalo, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. So this is their worst.
They lost some respectable games.
But they haven't won. They haven't really beaten anybody worth the damn it. If we're going to
not going down that road as a Cowboy fan, I will never make that
but the
argument.
Cowboys have done what they're supposed to do.
I still don't buy that. You haven't beat anybody good. It's hard to win. And I said it before, and I will continue to say it about Miami. But I'll give every team one game where you just, whatever it is, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And maybe that was it for them last night, but they, in my book, dropped to a middling contender. And on the other side of that, all the NFC East teams that played won, random, except for the Eagles, of course.
Yeah, the Eagles.
And, of course, the Titans didn't play. So I'm not the Titans, but the Commanders didn't play. But apart from that, the DeVito experience was enough to keep you watching.
DeVito, and then the picture of his agent, and everybody's like, of course DeVito's agent looks like that. His family's in the stands going crazy. Cool story.
And
cool
decent
story.
Football game.
It was. Again,
Yeah.
I guess if it comes down to the wire, we got to say it was a good game. I guess.
It wasn't a game of mistakes, though.
No, DeVito did not turn it over, had 70 yards rushing, accounted for over 200-something yards of offense. Just doing what Dabo should have been doing with Daniel Jones, and this team may be in a different situation. But what's the best authentic Italian food you've had? Authentic. Don't give me no Olive Garden crap.
Me?
Yeah. You've ever been to Italy?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah. But I think the best Italian food I've ever had. I mean, I've had it good there, but
that's what I'm saying.
And when I think of great meals, the best Italian food I've ever had. Well, I don't want to go in. There's a place actually in London, but that doesn't matter. There's a place in Soho in New York.
Oh, excuse me.
Just it's a little mom and pop place.
Oh, I bet that was fire.
Is that I tried? It's on Houston. It's Houston, but they say Houston.
Oh, that is so New York.
Well, Soho stands for south of Houston, so it's right out.
Gotcha.
But they call it Houston. It's right off of Houston, little mom and pop. That is probably there's probably been a mob death in there at some point in the last 50 years.
Well,
What about you? What's your best Italian?
I haven't had it. I haven't had anything from an authentic place. I've had Carrabba's.
Well, Carrabba's ain't bad.
It's not bad, but I don't think DeVito's family would be impressed.
I bet they would.
Well, I know the Cowboys are lucky they didn't play DeVito. The Cowboys would have lost to DeVito.
Now we had to watch the.
But he's 3-1, Rob.
Oh, yeah, he is the best story in football right now, and his agent is the best agent looking guy in the world. We got a whole lot of football to talk about, but man, oh man, got to keep up with the Joneses. Ohtani $700 million. We're getting some details on the contract, and it makes sense on when you're talking about those kind of numbers, but does it really? We're talking baseball and how stupid things are becoming and how stupid things can actually get. Don't forget at 7 o'clock, we're staying with the Spurs as we talk silver and black and 7 constantly. And guess what? Clarence Hill Jr. has cleared time out of his busy schedule yet again to join us at 7:30 as we talk Dallas Cowboys heading north to the frozen tundra of Orchard Park. This is R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Houston Texans hit a little bit of a speed bump. How is C.J. Stroud? We're going to visit with Indy Kalu when he joins us at 3:30.
Plus, Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk will join us at 5:15, talking Cowboys and the NFL officiating problem. And yeah, the Spurs played the Rockets last night.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi. What brings you to the clinic today?
Oh, the baby's not feeling well. I think she might have a fever.
Well, let's check her temp with the Exergen thermometer. You're right. These Exergen thermometers are very accurate. Reads 101.2.
Oh, gosh. Well, that Exergen thermometer sure is fast and easy to use.
Yes, and many doctors recommend Exergen for home use.
Exergen thermometers, backed by over 100 clinical studies, are available at Walmart and participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. The holiday season should remind us that faith and family are the most important things in life. And we hope that you succeed in coming together this holiday season with those you love and in the process creating some generational memories. Holidays have this magical power to magnify small things to ever greater memories over time. What a return on investment. Happy holidays.
Offices in San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys online at CordellCordell.com.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text STREAK to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text STREAK to 42424. That's STREAK to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain. Call QC Kinetics right now and make 2024 the year you go back to living a normal life again. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star. QC Kinetics can give you your life back. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. These are all natural treatments that can repair and restore that damaged tissue, giving you pain-free movement again. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients around the country. People who have had knee, back, shoulder pain, who were able to get lasting relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. If you have pain from an old injury or pain associated with arthritis, you need to check this out. The future of medicine is here with the regenerative treatments from QC Kinetics. Make the call now so you can get the most out of 2024. Get back to doing what you love, and don't forget, you can use your HSA and FSA funds. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla. When asked what is on your wish list this holiday season, send your Santa to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has that new grill and all the grill accessories you have been wanting, plus over 300 spices and rubs that make great stocking stuffers. If you need power tools, 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has all the top brands and the tools you want. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has specialty gifts and everything you need for indoor and outdoor lighting, decorations, and gifts. Drop the hint or kickstart the holiday shopping yourself at 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks near Jones Maltzberger.
This is Chris Canepa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. Listen to this message I received.
First message.
Hi, Chris. This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Connecticut water softener, but getting all those Connecticut units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Connecticut wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Yes, Chris, thanks again for installing our Connecticut. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners. Thanks, Chris. By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
From all of us at Connecticut, Merry Christmas.
Oh, and Chris, I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
Connecticut. Wow,
I
feel good.
Hey, it's R&R in the morning. Here on San Antonio's Sports Star.
Top of the morning.
I bet you're thinking, when is the next chance I'm going to have to hang out with James Pledger? That's what I wake up every morning thinking.
Yo, I'm not going to allow that type of sarcasm.
I'm not being sarcastic. You had a good
James, don't take that.
I'm not being
I'm
sarcastic.
Kidding. I know.
But if you want to hang out with James Fletcher and some of them lovely ladies out of Twin Peaks for those so beautiful scenic views, Cowboys and Bills game will be the place to be. The beautiful Twin Peaks at I-10 and Days of All, otherwise known as my home field, will play host to a Cowboys watch party. We'll have chances to go see the Toadies with a special guest of Local H.
What's Local H?
They're the special guest.
Oh, gotcha.
at the Aztec Theater.
Awesome.
It'll be going on the December the 20th. It actually looks like might be fun.
It will
if
be.
you're of an age. Remember the Toadies.
I gave away some Parliament Funkadelic tickets yesterday with George Clinton. You missed out.
We have Parliament Funkadelic tickets.
Giving away again today.
No, we don't. Did you say we did have?
Yeah, we did.
I will be attending that one. I am Sir Nose. There's a certain group of people just started laughing.
That
right
make
there.
you drink. That kind of music just makes you good. Puts you in a good mood and makes you want to drink.
My first Parliament Funkadelic concert was like a fever dream. I had no idea what I was headed into.
Did you have shrooms?
Well, I was in 8th grade, man.
Oh, okay, no.
I was in 8th grade, and I went to a Parliament show that I could not believe what I was watching. I'd never seen anything like that.
Right.
Dudes running around in costumes.
Yeah, that was different.
Well, I came home singing Atomic Dog, I can tell you that. No, that was after that. Let's talk some baseball. The Ohtani contract rocked. Well, it didn't. I mean, we heard upwards of 600.
I didn't have
numbers.
7, Rob.
So
I didn't have 7.
At 7, everybody went, what the
We were
F?
in Boston, and it went down. We were like, wait, is this real?
And when cities like Boston, who have spent money,
yeah,
go, holy crap, we can't compete.
Well, now you see why so many teams were like, we're out. Now it all makes sense because Shohei was asking for $700 million.
And when this harkens me back to when I was a kid and I saw Magic Johnson sign a 25-year, $25 million contract, and I could not imagine the money and the length of the deal and everything that essentially here times X. Is it just another day? Or is this really a turning point kind of thing?
This is groundbreaking, not only because of the $700 million, but how it's structured. This is like, Bobby Bonilla on steroids. Bobby Bonilla still gets $1 million on Bobby Bonilla Day for, I don't know, I forget the year it ends.
But we're getting close, but another 10.
I know Allen Iverson in another 2-3 years has like 50-something million waiting on him from Reebok because his people are like, oh, this dude's.
They hid that money from him.
Yeah, which was genius. And now you have Shohei. What Shohei did was he hit the mega billion. Like, when it gets up to $1 billion, and he didn't do the cash out. He did the deferred payments. Like, nobody does that. Nobody does that. But he's getting $680 million will be waiting on him at the end of this deal. And Rob asked me, Rudy, would you do that?
Oh, this is the last year he gets paid.
Oh, Bobby? Good for Bobby. Hopefully he took
2024 will be the last check.
That's King Griffey.
Oh, that's Griffey's last check.
Griffey was still one of the highest paid Reds, wasn't he? Yeah, Griffey's doing that. So, yeah, this is I told Rob, asked me, Rudy, would you do that? And I said, yeah, because I'm bad with money. Now, with inflation and stuff, it won't be the same.
He's giving up some money. He is.
Jeff Passan reported he makes about 45 off the field right now.
Off the field.
Off the field, he makes $45 million a year.
And that's his endorsements. And
yada,
yada. This has nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do with baseball.
Now, and that didn't have anything to do with the contract. That 45 is off.
That has nothing to do with it.
Has nothing to do. So he'll make another $450 million by that math under the same time frame that he's making the $700 million.
Good point.
So it's basically a little over half. Now, I don't know the tax ramifications of living in California and being a Japanese citizen and yada, yada, yada.
I don't know either.
But I do. If it was me, I don't think I would have signed that deal.
Why not?
Because I'd like to have the money in my hands.
Maybe he got a little Tom Brady in him. Maybe he's like, there's a guy coming over, a buddy of his that maybe the Dodgers are interested in. Now they can go. You could keep Mookie Betts. You could keep some of your teammates around, and you got $680 million waiting on you in 10 years.
Again, like you said.
Now, the only scary thing about it, a lot can happen in 10 years. The world could end. There's a lot that could go on in 10 years. I kind of would want to touch my money too, Rob. But but help me understand why you don't like the deal.
Well,
for him.
Well, there's just
it makes sense for the Dodgers.
There's an economics term that I don't want to get into, but there's the value of money today is going to be very different from the value of money in 10 years.
Hell, 2 years, Rob.
And the dollar that I have today that if I hold on to will be that much more valuable in 2 years.
True.
We expect with inflation. So what he's sacrificing is his ability to capitalize on other things with being liquid. So you're basically having somebody hold your money. It's like when the IRS holds your withholding to the end of the year, and you act like they're doing you a huge favor and giving you the money back. You're not getting interest on that. If you'd have just balanced out your taxes and thrown that money that you were getting back in the bank, you would have made money. And the government did make money on your money, and they gratefully gave some of your money back at the end of the year if you qualify for that.
Yeah, I feel like the banks are the biggest Ponzi scheme in the world because they just use your money to give to somebody else, right?
Shohei, at the bare minimum, is sacrificing that. At the bare minimum, he's sacrificing that. So I get the fact that he's helping. And if that at the end of the day is, look, I know from my Angels experience that it takes more than a Trout. I need more than one other dude. I'm going to need help to win a title. And if I get a Betts and I get my fellow brethren, Suzuki, what's his name? That is his name.
Oh, no,
I don't want to mispronounce it.
His buddy,
I've never heard of him.
Yoshinobu
Moto. If he gets Yamamoto in, then maybe it is all for the better. But how can we look at baseball? This is nothing new for baseball. It's not. I mean, we go all the way back to A-Rod's $50 million, or whatever deal that was way back when. It's nothing new. But
and the thing about it is it makes a deal like this easier because they don't have a cap. Like, I don't think you can pull this off in football because of the salary cap. It's different, and even in basketball. But since there's no cap, they can just be like, yeah, we'll pay you. We'll give you your 680 later on.
What I'm getting at is, as a fan of F1, when I watch F1, I know of the 20 starting teams that there are really 3 races going on inside of one race. There's the ones that I know are going to win, and there's 4 of those. And then or 5 of those. And then there's those teams that will view a success at just standing on the podium, just getting a third is a wild success.
Right.
I mean, that's all they can even hope for. And then there's those that are just training up the player, the drivers and the mechanics and everything else to make it to the next level. Is that what we want out of baseball? Do we want it at the beginning of every year to know this is a 5-team real race? And every now and then we're going to get an Arizona. Every now and then we'll get one that we hate, that no one watches. But for the most part, this is structured so that Mercedes or the Dodgers or Ferrari or the Yankees you know what I mean? Are we happy with this?
Yes, because I think when you just look at it, Rob, they have more different champions than any other league. I mean, look at the World Series this year. See, we say we don't want that, Rob, but then we get what we got this year and no one watched.
That's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, do you really want it to be more than just those 5 teams? Because by the viewership this year, the people want just 5 teams. Nope. So maybe you got to get the Dodgers back in it. You got to get the Yankees back in it because no one cared about the Diamondbacks.
Well said.
You know what I mean? I guess.
No, you are absolutely right, my brother. You hit it on the head. We don't care. Give us the.
Shout out to my Rangers. Shout out to my Rangers, but nobody cared.
We want to see the Toon Squad. We want to see the Goon Squad and the Toon Squad. That's what we want. This is R&R, your Toon Squad, right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1.
Meet Cheryl. Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and.
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Don't let pain keep you from doing the things you love. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. Whether you've been living with chronic and nagging pain for years, or if you've recently experienced an injury, our goal is to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. Arasti is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, Arasti accepts most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This year, Staples wants everyone to have a happy Holla deal. That's right, Holla Deal. Staples Holla Deals are amazing savings on hot holiday tech. Great prices on laptops, game systems, earbuds, and more. And now at Staples, you can save up to $350 on select PCs. During Staples Holla Deals, it's not about the fa-la-la. It's about saving moo-la-la. Save up to $350 on select PCs today at Staples. Ends 12/23. In store only. See associate for details.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast, Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Sadly, millions of pets are euthanized in America every year because the shelters lack the funding to care for them. We are better than that, my friends. I'm John O'Hurley, and I invite you to make an $11 monthly donation to the Puppy Food Bank. Your $11 donation will allow the Puppy Food Bank to direct ship pet food to San Antonio rescue shelters. To help save a pet's life, donate $11 today at puppyfoodbank.org, and they'll send you a very special gift. This pet rescue message has been brought to you by Thomas J. Henry.
My season's bouncing off a wall. The Marvel Spider-Man 2 official video game soundtrack is out now. Featuring Swing, performed by Grammy and BET Award nominee artist Earth Gang, and featuring Benji. Produced by Oscar and Grammy Award winner D. Miles. Be sure to check out the most anticipated game of the year, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Available only on PlayStation 5 now. We can go pound for pound. We can go round for round.
Are you tired of looking at your old grimy and mildewy bathtub, looking to replace it with a beautiful walk-in shower, but cash is tight? For as little as $89 a month, no payments for 12 months for consumers who qualify. Remodeling loans can put you into a beautiful new walk-in shower in as little as 1 day. Our agents are standing by, ready to schedule your appointment with our design team at no cost and no obligation to you. Call 800-921-1403. 800-921-1403.
Good morning, everybody. Jason Minix here from the Blitz, starting at 2 o'clock today. More talk about the Cowboys and that big win over the Philadelphia Eagles. Shireen Williams will join us at 5:15 to talk about that and the NFL officiating problem. And Indy Kalu, the Texans, had a rough one in New York. C.J. Stroud looked like a rookie. Now he's in concussion protocol. We'll get Indy's thoughts on that and probably talk Brandon Aubrey because he loves talking kickers. Just like you, Rudy, right?
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. We're going to talk some Cowboys in just a couple of minutes. There was no bigger difference in coaching styles and in coaching success over the weekend than McCarthy and Kellen Moore. Can we make a judgment? I know he lost his quarterback to a bad finger,
but he didn't look good.
Had the Chargers look good? I think we can go ahead and pass judgment on the situation.
So
how
Dak
we find
made
ourselves.
Kellen?
I think Kellen. No, I'm not gonna. That relationship had its own thing. I'm not gonna say anything positive or negative about that relationship because it did work. But I can tell you this: in hindsight, Kellen was in the way.
Really?
The numbers don't lie. I know that the numbers tell you that they had the best offense in the NFL, especially over the entirety of his offensive coordinatorship.
Right.
I mean, if you go year in and year out, that
yeah,
offense
that's what I'm saying.
was
When
as
he
good
was
as there
starting 2 years in
but
a row,
it was not appropriate offense. He was in the way. He was in the way.
You got to have a fine-tooth comb with that.
I'm telling you,
to figure
you're
out
right.
the difference. You know what I mean?
But think of the appropriate plays and then the chunk plays that made that offense with Kellen Moore. And the number of appropriately called plays is just so significantly different. And the offense is better. It's better. With less at the running game. The offense is better. Now that might not have been by initial design.
I feel like, yeah. I mean, McCarthy has totally justified his decision.
Hey, coming back, will Pop ever justify what we're watching?
Damn.
17 consecutive losses and more to come. We hear from Pop and lackadaisical. It's R&R. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's time to go bowling. This holiday season, there's only one stop for all of your holiday bowling. ESPN 1250 and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Alamo Bowl, Texas Bowl, Cotton, Peach Bowl, Orange Bowl, Fiesta, Rose, Sugar Bowl, and this year's national championship game. Hear them all on your home for college football. San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This holiday season, visit Boot Barn for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to hand-stitched leather jackets, our in-store experts will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This holiday, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Are lab-grown diamonds ecologically friendly? They were developed in laboratories, but most of the millions of lab-grown diamonds in jewelry stores were manufactured in huge factories in China and India. Tens of thousands of massive furnaces are heated to about 20% of the temperature of the surface of the sun, put under immense pressure, and held there for 2 to 3 weeks to produce the lab-grown diamond. These furnaces use a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity produced in China and India by mostly coal-powered plants. This subsidized coal-powered electricity is used to produce inexpensive, easily identifiable lab-grown diamonds, whose wholesale price has crashed to almost nothing. Some jewelers still try to sell them for thousands of dollars, while others give them away for free with a purchase. America's Diamond only offers traditional, real, natural, earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast, Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When you or someone you know is going through the process of being accused of a crime, you need a team to help you protect your innocence. Who better to fight for you than former prosecutors, now defense lawyers, that know the justice system? The LaHood Norton Law Group will defend your freedom. When you choose us, you choose honest, aggressive, trusting, expert, and fearless representation. If you need help, you need the LaHood Norton Law Group on your side.
Pro Paint Days are back for MVP's Pro Rewards members at Lowe's. Now through December 15th, you can earn 10% back in paint rewards via Lowe's e-gift card when you spend $100 or more on qualifying paint purchases. Plus, save $10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PVA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offers valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/L/pro loyalty terms. Subject to change.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Here's an unexpected holiday surprise for all the last-minute shoppers. Now through December 17th, all of Diamond's Direct Diamond Classics are 25% off. That's all diamond earrings, all diamond bracelets, all diamond pendants, an incredible 25% off. Special financing, too. Get the perfect gift at the best value price all year. 25% savings on all diamond earrings, bracelets, and pendants. Now through the 17th only, and only at Diamonds Direct. Get details, directions, and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
R&R in the morning is Rob Thompson and Rudy J. Morning 6 to 10. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Houston Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans confirmed Monday that C.J. Stroud did suffer a concussion. He's in concussion protocol, and status for Sunday's pivotal contest versus the Titans is up in the air. LSU Heisman Trophy winner QB Jaden Daniels, of course, AP All-American first team. Longhorns had a couple in Tavondre Sweat and Xavier Worthy, and the Aggies linebacker Edgerrin Cooper was also All-American.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam.
I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R here on the Star. We're glad you're with us here on a Tuesday morning. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. That's Easy E. Edwin Hafner taking us till 10 o'clock.
Easy.
Clarence Hill Jr., our man in Dallas, Fort Worth Star-Telegram's own, will be with us in 30 minutes. But first, let's talk some Spurs.
You want to?
I don't really want to, no.
No, we should.
They did it. Congratulations. 17 consecutive losses. They did it in remarkable style. On Monday night, they laid more bricks with Zach sitting down than they did with him starting. They combined score of 175 points between they and the other bricklayers. The Rockets were the fewest in a game this season, and the first time a game featured less than 180 points all year. It's also the first time each team scored less than 95 points in a game this season.
Oh. Yeah, it was an awful shooting night for both teams. It's just, somebody's got to win, right?
Yeah, somebody. Victor had a double-double.
Had another 18 rebounds. I like the way he's rebounding the ball. I think that move to center is helping. I mean, keep in mind, what was that Friday versus the Pelicans? He had 20 rebounds. Then he follows that up with 18. That's all I've asked. I mean, 7-5, get the rebounds, but I think the move to center has helped with that. But I don't know how he truly feels about
so
playing
Rudy,
center.
let's talk about this. So we know by at least at this small sample size,
right,
that his most appropriate position is at 5. The grab and go to start the fast. It does. Well, you just said it. I mean, you're 7'5", 18 rebounds. That should be, that's on the outer edge of the envelope, but it wasn't a hard for him to get 18. He gets balls that go over guys' heads, and they don't have to be underneath the rim kind of rebounds. But it just seems to me, at least it felt like for the brief, and I'll say it again, brief little time I've had watching him, that he doesn't necessarily have to be at the rim to get those rebounds, but the grab and go, start the fast break. I like that. I like that with the ball in his hands, because what he does is he gets rid of it early enough to get it back. And he's had opportunities.
I see where you're coming from. I really do. Again, and I'm just trying to operate in today's world. Does he like it? And I hate that it's like this. I don't like a lot of things about the world. But if you don't adjust, you get left behind. So my thing is, if I'm Victor, I already told y'all I don't want to play center. Right? You tell me, well, let's try you at center, and maybe we'll be better for it. You put me at center, and we're still getting our asses kicked. I become to get a little bit frustrated. If I'm Victor Wembanyama. But now when I'm looking at it from your point of view, Rob, I'm like, dude, you're technically at the center, but you're a point center.
Yeah, you're not
because
center.
When you get those 18 rebounds, you're starting to break. You got the ball in your hands. You're still getting the buckets. We're not asking you to go down low and be Shaq when we're on the offense side of the ball. He's pretty much playing two different positions, Rob. On defense, you're the center. On offense, you're whatever the hell you want to be. So what you said makes total sense. And now it's just convincing him.
Man, this is such a different world. Because you just show him the film. Like, aren't you having more fun doing this anyway? Don't you like leading the fast break? Pop talked about the effort required to go out and score under 90 points last night. This is him postgame.
No, it didn't seem like it. They did. They played their ass off. What? They played a great game. I mean, we make turnovers. They make turnovers, whatever. But they were great. You got to make a shot in the NBA. You can't shoot 5 for 41 from 3. That's not going to happen. What's really amazing about it is if you go 5 for 41, it's a lot of transition defense you're going to be in. And they got 10 fast break points. So they did a hell of a job defensively in that regard. Really proud of them. But just feel badly that it's hard to know what to do when you're missing that many shots. It just makes it very, very difficult. But they're growing in all kinds of ways, and I just wish they could catch a break that way as far as making some shots.
Oh, look, this is what I'm going to say. I think Pop is a lot of things. He's a lot of things. Whether you want to tell those things are good or bad, Pop is a lot of things. But I don't consider Pop a liar. So with that being said, who am I to question what he says he saw? If he says he saw a team that played their ass off and was good transition defense, who am I to say you're lying? That ain't what that's not what we saw. That's not what I saw. That's Greg Popovich. I mean, again, why would Greg come out and be like, I'm gonna just go out here and say we played great, even though he doesn't feel that way? You know what I mean? Like if that's what he says he saw, how can we question
much wrong
it?
with that? There's
What's
so
wrong with
much
it?
wrong with that.
Who am I to
mindset.
question what the man says he saw?
No, I agree that he saw that. I'm not saying he's lying.
Okay, so what you saying?
When the season began, we talked about process. Let's not get stuck in the mantra of the process.
Okay.
Because once you get stuck in the mantra of it's part of the process, you get stuck with saying last night had anything good about it. Because there was absolutely nothing good about last night. Nothing. They went 5 of 41. And you know what, Pop, where he had to find his little nugget of goodness?
What's that?
His little nugget of goodness was, they had to chase down 36 different rebounds and play defenses, and they only gave up 10 fast break points. Oh! You know why you only gave up 10 fast break points? Because your defense was back there already. They didn't have to get back because you were one passing 3-point shots on the other side. You weren't getting up and down the court. You always had somebody in the backcourt to play defense already because you were taking shots so quick. There was nothing good about last night. Nothing. He's got a team that is battered and bruised and embarrassed. I heard Zach Collins talking about going to the bench, and he's apologizing. Did you hear him? Did you hear the interview over the weekend?
Yes, I did.
I've not heard a player sound that battered and bruised. This team is down, and you can tell Pop's like, man, we got to keep everybody on the up. And when you're talking about Victor, is he happy? Dude, this team is beat up. And while we laugh at 17 losses, can you imagine going to work 17 times in a row and having a horrible day at the office? 17 consecutive days of, this is your job. This is the only thing you aim toward, and it sucks.
Well, when you go, 5 of 41, it screams that everybody's confidence is shot. It screams there. And then a couple games ago, I want to say against the Timberwolves, I want to say it was like 8 of 36. So right now, everybody's gun shy. I think because it's such a fluid situation with the starting lineups, nobody really knows their role. And the worst place to be is not having an identity. Like when you have an identity and you're losing, you're like, hey, okay, at least we all know our roles. Let's just get better within our roles. I think they're all still figuring out their roles. And again, if that's the case, if everybody's like Zach Collins now on the bench, then Branham's in, and then he's not in, and then Wemby's at 3, now he's at the 5. If no one really knows their true role, should we be expecting wins?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. But again, it's extremely hard in this league. Like baseball, like basketball, it's such a long season. It is extremely hard to lose 17 games in a row.
I can say this. I like Victor at the 5, and I like Chetty as a starter. That's the only thing I can
Chetty back to the bench.
I know. I like Chetty as a starter.
Well, last night anyway. Who knows what Wednesday night brings?
That's the only 2 things I've seen in this last week and a half of experimentation that I go, you know what? That seems to kind of have worked. I don't know what else could work. I know we could parse last night's game as extraordinary defense. We could say, hey, we only gave up 93 points.
Hey,
we could say that. I mean, why not say that? Pop did talk about Trey Jones and at least the defense that he brings to the table.
He's more aggressive all the time. You know, he's looking to get to the rim or find somebody outside the paint for that 3. He understands the position better than he ever has. So he's doing a good job there. And he's probably our most physical guy defensively. He's not the biggest, but he gets into people and he mixes it up really well.
There you go. That's Trey Jones.
Look, again, the guy that y'all are looking for in Greg Popovich, he's left the building because, again, like the main thing about a coach is you have to know your personnel. You've coached, Rob. Edwin, obviously, he went to Johnson. He's softer than I am.
Got to be nice to him and love on him till everything works out.
I went to Roosevelt. You can dog cuss me.
I got to throw you down and tell you.
Yep. You know what I mean? Like you can dog cuss me. I went to Roosevelt. You know what I mean? It's different. Keldon probably gets dog cussed. Everybody else probably gets pats on the butt, said good shot, keep shooting. Like when you see your team miss 36 threes, the last thing you want to walk in there and tell them is, man, you guys suck. You know.
Because they know.
They know. Like, I mean, how many times can you tell someone they're bad before you just be like, yo, you got to fix this on your own?
You know, maybe that.
Like, I don't know if everybody's like, oh, well, there's a lot of the YouTubers. Shout out to YouTubers. Please comment, like, subscribe. We appreciate it. Pop should step down. Who's fixing this team? I'm not saying like, I'm not knocking you. Your take is your take. We want y'all to chime in. It's your right. It's subjective arguments. But who's fixing this? Who's fixing this? Because y'all are under the assumption that it's Pop and not under the assumption that it's personnel.
Okay. What is your assessment on in the broadest possible terms of Keldon Johnson this season?
B-. B-, but this is what I will say. Depending on the phone call and the player involved in the phone call, anybody and everybody can go besides Victor. Depending on the player. Now, if it's a certain deal, like, no, I'm not giving you Vassell. Certain player, no, I'm not giving you Keldon. No, I'm not giving you Shohei. You know what I mean? But if Cleveland's like, look, man, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell can't get along, we're looking to move Darius Garland. Everybody can go. Everybody can go if we're talking about Darius Garland. There's a few players out there that I'd be like, Yeah, you can have him and a pick. But for the most part, it's got to be the right deal. Look, I'm not down on the players. I'm just saying we just keep blaming Pop. Like maybe the young guys maybe the young guys aren't as good as y'all think. Everybody's at fault. We're not just we can't just keep blaming Pop.
There was a couple.
Like he just forgot how to coach. Like, come on now.
He's Lonnie Walker with playing time, man.
Who was that?
Keldon Johnson.
Ooh.
He's Lonnie Walker with playing time.
Ooh.
There was
I like Lonnie.
So do I. I like Lonnie too. But he's that's what Keldon is. It's how many. It's not so much the turnovers because he didn't and he had 4 steals last night. So
he did. I like his effort. At least I know his effort's there.
Yeah, I'm not mad at his effort.
For everybody.
I'm not. And I was never mad at Lonnie's effort.
I'm not down on Keldon as I have been in the past.
It's the inopportune and inartful turnovers that kill me. That it's not that there is a turnover. It seems like whenever he turns it over, it's at the worst possible time. It's either at a point where you're about to start a run and the ball moved great, and he fumbles the ball, and then it's turnover and it goes the other way. And you've done everything but the bucket right on the fast break. So when Bob says we did a lot of good things out there, they did up until the guy turned the ball over and did something stupid. How many times did Keldon fumble the ball away and an easy shot? Was it his legs the ball went through when Wemby kicked it out for a 3? I'm not talking about game-winning periods. I'm just talking about dumb move after dumb move after dumb move.
You're talking about by everybody? Or
I'm
just
talking about Keldon.
Oh.
They're all sins of commission. And I'd rather a guy, if you're going to make a mistake, make the mistake doing something. Don't make the mistake not doing anything.
He did,
so everything is he's trying, he's hustling, he's being big body, but damn it, get out of your own way.
But Victor had 5 turnovers himself.
That's youthful exuberance, dude. He's trying to dribble a ball at 7'5". There's going to be some turnovers coming. I mean, I'm just expecting 4 or 5 a game if he's going to handle the ball. It sucks, but that's it. But Keldon's how many years you been in the league now, bro? You don't get to be treated the same way as Wemby. You ain't Wemby. You're a veteran. You're a second contract veteran.
Fair.
So these things have got to freaking stop. And you talk about how you coach different guys.
Well, he's never been shy about jumping Keldon. We found that out a couple years ago. He rides Keldon pretty tough.
I'd have been all over last night. It was just indicative of everything he had. Now you talked about Wemby. What's his altitude? And, every game's different, and it's still. We're early on in his rookie year. Everything's kind of new, and now he gets a homestand against LeBron.
Oh.
This is something else. He talked about getting to play against, I guess, his idol.
Of course, it's a icon, and it's just somebody that, as a kid, you see on TV all the time, and of course, going to feel even more special.
Have you had any conversations with him, like personally? No. Are you looking forward to maybe being able to talk to him a little bit on the floor?
Of course, it's somebody that must have a lot of good advice, a lot of knowledge, probably the most knowledge out of every player in this league. So it's definitely someone that I could learn some stuff from.
That was a dumb question.
No, look, this is Rob. When you when it's 17 in a row, I feel for those dudes. I feel for Jeff and those guys and Tom and those guys, because it's like
what are we going to
ask? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many more times can I say, the stat that I've been tracking, Rob, I looked at it yesterday, that brings the total this year, and we ain't even going back. This has been a problem. They're 1-20-1 in third quarters this season. Of their 22 games, they've lost 20 third quarters. They tied one against Atlanta, and they won one early on. They won one against Phoenix. They have lost 20 third quarters out of 22 games.
So
now that's coaching.
Yes, that's
coaching.
I judge coaches by what are you doing out of a timeout and halftime.
That's a little bit of coaching for sure. I'll give you all that.
I don't even know how to make sense of that number. That it doesn't even. You talk about the winningest coach in the history of this game. The winningest,
probably the GOAT
coach. Yes, who is this season has lost 20 of 21 third quarters
of 22
of 22 third quarters.
Yeah,
a net deficit. I don't even know how to make sense of that. That's a number that it's so outlandishly out of the mean. You wonder, how did we get there?
Because good teams win third quarters. I'm not saying they're supposed to be a good team, but that's how you can tell a lot about a basketball team on how they come out in third quarters, because we've seen the other side of it. But another thing I have to ask, and I was talking with my buddy about this last night, because everything's on the table. When you lost 17 in a row, we put everything on the table. We spread it all out, and then we start trying to put the pieces together. Do these other guys enjoy playing with Wemby? Whoever you want to name a player. Is it fun playing with Wemby? Do you enjoy playing with Wemby? Is it feel like it's natural? Does it feel organic, or does it feel forced?
I think they do. I think it's fun because he's a willing passer. I know at the very least, probably to a fault, he's going to give it up.
Because I didn't like the way the season started, and I get it from a media standpoint. Me being on this side of things, if you're going to cover the Spurs and you talking balls, we don't C.D. Osman or whoever, name another Spur. Find out about Wemby. Wemby. If I was on that team, I'd been done dog cuss somebody in the media. I'm sick of being asked about him. While I get it from this side of it, if I'm putting myself in the player's shoes, I'm like, damn, he's done nothing in this league. Ask me something else. And as a player, it gets tiresome. And I don't give a damn who you are. Like, dude, you've asked me a question about Victor Wembanyama every day for every single practice of training camp. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what has he done in this league for y'all to be asking me a question about him every day? I used to see it with golfers. Golfers got to the point where they're like, dude, I just shot 7 under, and the first question out of your mouth to me was you asking me something about Tiger. And we expect athletes just to understand that. And at the end of the day, we're all pros. No, I'm not Tiger. But how dare you? I'm the clubhouse leader, and you got the first question out your mouth because you got a job to do is you ask me about Tiger Woods. Hey, I just got paid $150 million. I'm Devin Vassell. And the first question you ask me is, what's it like playing with Victor Wembanyama? Hell, I don't know. It gets old. It gets tired.
You know what?
And he's playing as bad as the rest of us.
Well, that's where the difference is. I think that they're lucky to have Wemby here after 17 consecutive losses. Seriously, the crucible of indifference. The crucible of indifference. Like, look, at least if they had won 17 straight and you were still coming and asking me just about Victor, then I'd have a problem. At least now they don't even want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you either. We lost 17 straight games. Talk to Wemby. Don't talk to me. I think they should be happy they got the blanket that is Wemby. Don't blame me.
Somebody to blame it on.
I mean, when I was here without him, we didn't lose 17 straight. I mean, I think you're right that if you were winning and they were hitting you every day, what about how great Wemby is? Especially if you had 30. Like, wait a minute. I get it. But right now, shoot. Talk to Wemby. I don't know. Yeah, Zach Collinson's interview. I haven't heard a player that depressed in an interview in a long time. I mean, he's apologizing to the fans. Like, man, we're sorry. We're working. We're trying. Dude, they're reading the press. They get it. I mean, I understand their attitude right now. And
it's dark.
It's dark. This is hard.
This is tough. It's tough for everybody. It's tough to watch.
And they're going to get pantsed on national TV here in the next couple of days. Do we have a national game?
Well, both.
They're
both.
Yeah.
Well, if you consider NBA TV national,
yeah, it is. I mean,
both Laker games are national,
and people still
NBA TV and ESPN.
And LeBron doesn't have a whole lot to get up for in these days.
You know that I heard it was Jeff. I think that was Jeff McDonald that asked him about talking to LeBron. If I'll say this, while Jeff's on to something with that question, we say what we want about LeBron, but he does look out for the young. He does look out for the youngsters. And LeBron's record at this point in his rookie year is very similar to Victor's. So I would almost guarantee you at the end of that game, Victor's going to bend down a little bit and LeBron's going to whisper something to him with his towel covered over his mouth and tell Victor, stay the course. It'll get better. Just keep working. I'm almost positive that happens at the end of that game on tomorrow night.
It's Silver and Black at 7. We do it every day. Make sure you're subscribing, liking on the Daily Business. We'll talk some more Spurs in a bit. We got some questions to ask Clarence Hill Jr. of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Is Coach Mike McCarthy the Coach of the Year in the NFL? That and many other pressing questions coming your way as Clarence Hill Jr.'s. We're almost here. It's R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Houston Texans hit a little bit of a speed bump. How is C.J. Stroud? We're going to visit with Indy Kalu when he joins us at 3:30.
Plus, Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk will join us at 5:15, talking Cowboys and the NFL officiating problem. And yeah, the Spurs played the Rockets last night.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Here's an unexpected holiday surprise for all the last-minute shoppers. Now through December 17th, all of Diamond's Direct Diamond Classics are 25% off. That's all diamond earrings, all diamond bracelets, all diamond pendants, an incredible 25% off. Special financing, too. Get the perfect gift at the best value price all year. 25% savings on all diamond earrings, bracelets, and pendants. Now through the 17th only. And only at Diamonds Direct. Get details, directions, and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Risa, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The best place to catch all your favorite football games is Twin Peaks. And this Sunday, San Antonio Sports Star is going to be at the Twin Peaks Days of Valor location to cheer on the Cowboys. Come Sunday Fun Day with us starting at 1. 29-degree beer, tasty snacks served up by the lovely ladies at Twin Peaks, and your chance to win tickets to see the Toadies with special guests local age at the Aztec Theater. That's this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Days of Valor location starting at 1. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, and scenic views.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car or truck wreck or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
I'm Tamron Hall. Eggs are a staple in our diets, and there's only one egg with more delicious farm-fresh taste plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, with more vitamins, including 6 times more vitamin D and 10 times more vitamin E, plus 25% less saturated fat than ordinary eggs. Available in so many delicious varieties. classic, cage-free, and organic. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
It's the Mike McCarthy Show every Friday morning at 7 and 9 with R&R in the morning.
I'm all about winning. So when it has to do with winning, then it's part of our operation, our messaging, and our outlook.
A look at the Cowboys' upcoming game presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's R&R morning. It's Monday. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's Texas. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, we head to Fort Worth. That wasn't even very good. Clarence Hill Jr., the Fort Worth Star Telegram, is standing by, and he is here. Welcome aboard, man. How was your weekend?
I'm great, man. How you guys doing?
We're fantastic. We're fantastic. When you coming down here to see your people, man? You don't even come to San Antonio anymore. You know you from here.
You know,
don't forget about us.
He comes in and leaves and doesn't even call us.
Yeah, you ain't to that big time, are you?
Man, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. You know,
I know your people listening. That's why I'm calling you out.
You are hitting a sore spot.
Uh-oh.
You know, my issue is football season, I can't get away. I have no weekends. Just go hang out.
That's true.
I work, man. It's from July to February, man. It's 6-7 days a week, every week.
You can take a day off here and there.
I am working.
Nah, I feel you.
Not enough to go down the street.
Right. So
not enough to go 5 hours down the street.
No, that's
4.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a hump. It is a hump. And so from your standpoint, what did you think of the game Sunday night?
I was disappointed, man. I was looking for a shootout, man. I was looking for this big showdown game that turned into a blowout as far as an aesthetic standpoint. But I thought the Cowboys would win, and they took care of business. I mean, the Cowboys outplayed them in Philadelphia, and they blew them out in Dallas. I mean, it was tough to say that when the Eagles were 10-1 that they were not playing well because they were 10-1 and they kept winning. But I mean, if you watch the games, they look more like the Vikings of last year than the Eagles of last year. As far as how well they were playing, and certainly Jalen Hurts was in the MVP conversation because they were winning, but he wasn't playing his best football. And certainly the 49ers exposed them, and the Cowboys did what the 49ers did, and so they've lost 2 blowout games back-to-back weeks. But the Cowboys continue to do what they've been doing. Since that 49ers lost. And even though they lost to the Eagles, that offense was getting better. Dak was getting better. And, certainly the defense played a complimentary game. And that damn kicker continues to set NFL records. I mean, who saw that coming?
No, I didn't.
He's unconscious.
Because we were with you at training camp, Clarence, and we were watching those two dudes just I almost got hit by a couple of missed field goals at training camp.
Yeah, it is crazy what Auburn's been able to do and how he's done since the start of the season. But hey, the Cowboys, 49 are the 2 best teams in the NFC.
Things little doubt there. Clarence Hill Jr., the Fort Worth Star Telegram here. Make sure you're following him on all the appropriate socials so you're getting caught up on things. Behind the scenes, Clarence, what was the effort like to get McCarthy ready to coach on the sidelines on Sunday? Was there any difference after he came back to work?
It's crazy, because the funny thing is I was teasing Dak and McCarthy, to tell you before we get into that how normal things were, how focused they were on beating the Eagles. This man coached after having an emergency appendicitis, in pain, had to have a Matt Walesko to be his blocker on the sideline so nobody would run into him. And after the game, after that big win, with a win that Jerry Jones called the biggest win of Mike McCarthy era. He didn't even get a damn game ball. They forgot to give the coach a game ball. Dak like, what, for appendicitis? I mean, come on. We'll say, he was like shocked. And I asked McCarthy yesterday, he said, no, they forgot about me. That's so crazy, but that's how focused. To me, that's a testament to how focused they were and how normal it was. Considering the week was less than normal when your coach has emergency appendicitis on Wednesday and everybody's shocked in the meeting rooms and wondering where coach was. And, he has this pain he's been dealing with, like most men who let it go too long to a certain extent. Because he had been dealing with pain, think he could fight through it, and then he succumbed and said, I need to go out and get this checked out, and has emergency appendicitis and has to sleep and doesn't get out of the hospital until Thursday and comes back on Friday. But it was different for the Cowboys, but yet the tough guy from Pittsburgh did what he was supposed to do, did what everybody expected him to do, would be out there on the field and call plays, and he called an amazing game.
This is his third year in a row, Clarence, of double-digit wins, and the gamble to roll the dice on letting go of your coordinator who had the number one offense when Dak was starting for 2 years running. Why is Mike McCarthy's name not? Is it going? It's not it had nothing to do with the playoffs. It's a regular season award. They're 10-3, clearly the second best team in the hell. You could say the league, but why is his name never brought up? And that's no slight to D'Amico Ryans or anybody else is in the conversation, but Mike should firmly be in there at some point.
Well, I think that as that goes, and that continues to rise and be at the front of the MVP conversation, Mike's name will start getting mentioned more and more. The problem is that they were 12-5 and 12-5 the past couple of years. They were supposed to be good. D'Amico Ryans was not supposed to be good.
Gotcha.
So you're going to give guys like that the edge of, because they're coming out of nowhere. They're doing something that was not expected. I mean, we expected the Cowboys to be good. Of course, we all know that Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys will only be judged by how they do in the playoffs, right? That's where he's going to go over the top for a lot of people. But the problem also is the people's opinion of Mike McCarthy. You guys didn't think much of him when he left Green Bay. They thought, how you guys were, thinking that, he was holding Aaron Rodgers back and he was archaic and his certainly offense. He didn't, how dare you, old man, replace Kellen Moore? What are you going to do? You got this archaic system. You don't know anything about offense anymore. And when you did last coach an offense, it was Aaron Rodgers that was changing plays at the line of scrimmage because the game had passed you by. I think that he's getting a lot of guff. He had gotten a lot of guff that was disrespectful. He doesn't. He certainly doesn't have the cachet that Sean Payton has. They have the same damn record. You look at there people have Sean Payton up on this pedestal of what type of coach he is and what he's done. And he and Mike McCarthy have the same damn record. Actually, McCarthy has more wins than Sean Payton, but I don't think people would put Mike McCarthy and Sean Payton in the same category. I think it's disrespectful. And he's showing you guys this year. This guy can coach. And more than anything, he knows how to manage a football team. That's the thing I've been most impressed with, was how he's managed his team, certainly managed their health, done a great job with Tyron Smith and health of these old guys. This team has been relatively healthy. You have obviously Trevon Diggs injury and Leighton Vander Esch injury, but this team has been healthy. The last couple of years have been healthy, and he's certainly managed them well down the stretch. I still don't think he gets enough credit for going 4-1 without Dak Prescott last year and continue to be 12-5. And now, third straight year with double-digit win, could win 12, 13 games this year. He's done a great job since being in Dallas. But again, Mike McCarthy was not brought here to go 12-5. He was not brought here to get to the playoffs. He was brought here to win in the playoffs. And that's where he'll ultimately be judged.
What are you waiting to see, Clarence, from this team to tell you that they are capable of getting the Super Bowl? Is there anything left that you need to check off your list that says, yeah, they can do it?
Well, I mean, for everybody, it's what they're going to do in the playoffs. I mean, we're all going to move the goalposts.
Oh.
Yeah, they finally be the winning team.
We ain't moving the goalposts. This is facts, Clarence.
So is it a win against Buffalo? Win on the road against a good team on high?
Well, of course, then if they beat, of course they're gonna beat Buffalo, but this is not the old Buffalo. It's like Buffalo's not the Buffalo we expect. It's always gonna be something, right? And it doesn't matter. They can beat Buffalo. They can beat Miami. At the end of the day, there's still going to be this question mark when January comes. Can they overcome these guys in the playoffs? Can they do it again? That's it. That's what it's going to be. And I'm not saying it's unfair. I say move the envelope, move the goalposts, but that's the reality. We going back to training camp was all about what are the Cowboys going to do in the playoffs. Everybody expected them to get there. They will be determined. Their season will determine. Their legacy will be determined by what they do in the playoffs. Certainly, they're playing well. People say only beat bad teams. Now they beat two teams with a winning record at home. And they play well at home. Well, they play well at home. Now they got to show they can do it on the road. Now you got Buffalo, you got Miami. Can they overcome Buffalo and Miami on the road? We'll see. But these are challenges. One thing Mike talked about. These are playoff type games. These are games you have to win. If you're going to do well in the postseason. So go prove it. But even if they do prove it in the regular season, we're going to come with, well, what are they going to do in the postseason? That's a fact.
Clarence Hill Jr., the Fort Worth Star-Telegram.
So let's nitpick time. Did you like the offense in the second half? Second half, the offense, I feel like they kind of started playing the score, kind of felt like the Philly wasn't really going to test them that day. And in the second half, they only managed to kick 3 field goals, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think about the offense in the second half?
I mean, I think they played with their food early, but, as Dak said, they did get key field goal drives. They did get key points, and those field goals count. And they kept them in the lead, and they really kept Philly at bay because they kept scoring. They were able to score. When we thought Philly was going to get close. That third down throw to Jake Ferguson, who was exploding.
That was a dime.
Right before our eyes, he's become a baby king, baby. He's doing well. The jumping, flying Jake Ferguson. They make key plays. Certainly, they didn't score the touchdown that they had hoped and you had hoped, but they kept going for it. They were still throwing to the end zone and doing different things. Dak still came up with key third down, but they were able to kick field goals. I mean, things were not supposed to be easy against the Eagles, right?
That's true.
But Dak admitted, I didn't play my best. He didn't play his best games. We had to play my best game. We would have scored 50. That's what's so crazy about it, because you are nitpicking a 33-13 sound blowout victory against the freaking Eagles that puts you on the top of first place. They were nitpicking the offense.
I like the way you worded that. You're right. You're right when he's worded that way. I agree with you.
It doesn't get any easier. The Eagles, I think, were just about out of gas. The Bills are making a chase. They're not what we thought they were, but Josh Allen is as good as any quarterback in the NFL right now. I mean, they are hot, and the prep for how much does the prep for a quarterback like Jalen Hurts help in the prep for a quarterback like Josh Allen, who seems to be in the same vein?
Josh Allen, first of all, he's not playing as well as Dak.
Oh, no.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Nobody is. Dak's the MVP right now.
But they're close.
Well, he's not playing as well as Dak.
Well, they're 1 and 2 in a lot of different categories. Josh and Dak are 1 and 2 in NFL games with passing and rushing touchdowns. I mean, they're pretty close.
Don't give me stats. He ain't playing as well as Dak.
But see, Josh won a playoff game. No, wait.
He still turned the ball. We're talking about right now. You said Josh is playing as well as in the quarter. No, he's not playing as well as Dak. Let's be honest about that.
Okay, he's close to the best.
But you're right. I'm just messing.
No, I know.
But you're right. Buffalo remains a challenge. I mean, Josh Allen's good. He certainly Jalen Hurts and his ability to run and helps prepare you for Josh Allen. But he's still a different beast. He runs with power. That's a tough guy to tackle.
Yes.
And so all of that. But as well as it's funny because as well as Josh has played and played pretty well against Kansas City, Kansas City should have won the game, not for dumb butt Kadarius Toney.
And even despite that, beating Kansas City is no difficult task anymore.
No, I'm not saying it is, but it helps when the Kansas City has the worst receiving core in the league, and you can't get right out there. The receiver just continue to mess up. It certainly helps. But yeah, if you watch the game, I did. I thought Kansas City should have blown them out. Of course, Josh had that turnover to help him get back in the game in the first half, which he's prone to do. And Stephon Diggs, and how to stop him. Because they practice against each other every summer. And he said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do Trevon like that and put him in that position. So which is a classic response. we're going to do enough.
We're kind of up against it. I have a question about the future. Certainly, Dan Quinn is going to be first on a lot of lists to be a head coach out in the league next year. Is Al Harris the candidate to be the DC if Quinn leaves?
No, he's not.
Wow.
And I know everybody gives Al Harris a lot of sentiment. And I'm kicking myself because the defensive passing game coordinator is the next guy up.
Okay.
And he's been with Mike for a long time. I can't. I'm kicking myself because I'm old. But he's the next guy up. Not Al Harris.
So would Al be gone though? Can you imagine him staying if he's not the DC?
Well, I mean, it depends on what his role is. I mean, and I listen, we love Al Harris, and we love what he's done with cornerbacks. That's a different
Joe
animal
Witt.
than calling a defense.
It's Joe Witt Jr.
Witt, that's what I'm talking. My bad. And forgive me, Joe Witt. But Joe Witt is the guy. Joe Witt was the guy who handled the defense when Dan Quinn was out there. Joe Witt will be the guy, and he's ready for that position. Joe Witt is, Mike McCarthy's guy. He was with him in Green Bay, with Dan Quinn in Atlanta. He would be the guy, and then maybe Joe Witt will be the defensive coordinator under Al Harris. Maybe the defensive passing game coordinator have a bigger role under a guy like Joe Witt. But no, it wouldn't be Al Harris who would elevate to the defensive coordinator role. It would be Joe Witt.
Sold me. He's Clarence Hill Jr. Make sure you're checking him and make sure you're thanking him for joining us every Tuesday. It's always a pleasure,
Appreciate
my friend. Take care. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, Clarence.
Clarence Hill Jr. Fort Worth Star Telegram. We get him every week.
I'm gonna wait till we get closer to Penix and Ewers.
Yeah,
we're gonna wait. We got 3 weeks.
Got to milk that cow.
We're gonna 3 weeks from now. We got to bet because he really thinks that all of a sudden UT's DBs are gonna figure out how to play defense against one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. All right,
coming up at 8:00, we got more for you coming around the corner. This is R&R. You're at 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Cowboys battle the Buffalo Bills this Sunday at 2:30 p.m. It'll be a cold one in Buffalo, but the boys need this one.
Out of the gun, back to Dak. He's taking another shot in the end zone. Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers stay hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Must be 21 plus in President's Day. We're lawful to wager. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino LLC. First online real money wager, only $5 pregame money line wager required. First online real money wager, only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG in Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona, 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana, 1-800-522-4700. Visit KSGamblingHelp.com in Kansas, 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. Visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia or call 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming. Help is here. Visit gamblinghelpma.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
This is Chris Canepa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. Listen to this message I received.
First message.
Hi, Chris. This is Santa Claus.
Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Kinetico water softener, but getting all those Kinetico units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Kinetico wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Yes, Chris, thanks again for installing our Kinetico. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
Oh. So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners. Thanks, Chris. By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
From all of us at Kinetico, Merry Christmas.
Oh, and Chris, I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
Kinetico.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications. We do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Oh, Christmas leaks, you make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quartermoon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quartermoon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and caroling.
651-5899.
License number M16004. DACLA 000743458.
3 bands, 1 stadium. Def Leppard, Journey, Summer 2024. Friday, August 16th, Alamo Dome. Def Leppard, Journey, the Steve Miller Band. 3 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame icons performing their biggest hits. Friday, August 16th, Alamo Dome. Register for pre-sale access at DefLeppardJourney2024.com. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. Def Leppard Journey, the Steve Miller Band. Now they rock the summer of 2024.
The NFL is on. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R.
Yes, it is.
I got just a couple of seconds. Let's give away some tickets.
Where are we going?
The U.S. Let's see here. You want to do? Let's do some football tickets. We got a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the All-American Bowl here in our beautiful Alamo Dome. It'll be played on January the 6th. Presented to you by Valero. There'll be 2 games that day. We got the national and the local. 1 tickets get you both games plus some free Whataburger for 4. Family 4-pack will feed you. We'll make sure you enjoy some fine football. It's all on us. Get on the phone, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. And if you call it number 6, you too will be at the All-American Bowl. It's one of our best things that we have happen to us every year here in San Antonio, down at the Alamo Dome. Whataburger for everybody, and 2 great football games if you're caller number 6. Hey, coming back, let's talk about the NFL and specifically the Cowboys, and let's hear from others talking about that team with the star on their helmet. Awards are imminent. Who deserves it and who doesn't? Cowboy talk coming. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Got a great place for you to watch some football on Thursday night, on Sunday night, on Monday night, whatever the case may be. Great food, great drinks, and I'm talking about a place you may not think. Golf Club of Texas. Check it out at golfcluboftexas.com. The best sit-down restaurant on that side of town. I can vouch for it. I have their food all the time. The 10-Cup Bar provides some of the best views in all of the city, sitting on top of the hill at the Golf Club of Texas. TVs all around that bar outside as well. Get you a couple of drinks, get you a couple of beers. And also the great thing about Golf Club of Texas, now that that sun's setting, you really golfing, you got that skins game coming up, but you get off a little late, guess what? The putting green is lit and the driving range is lit. So if you need to get out there, 6, 7 o'clock, they got you covered. Then you go inside, get yourself some food. But It's going to be great weather this weekend. I'm looking at a high of 60 on Saturday, a high of 61 on Sunday. Sun is going to be shining bright. Go to golfcovertexas.com and book the tee time. I'm talking about like right now, like 7:58 right now, because the tee times do fill up because they've taken great time to get the course in shape. Check it out at golfcovertexas.com. That's the Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
The Jim Rome Show.
Hey, Jim Rome here, and back in the military city of San Antonio.
Weekdays at noon on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, what brings you to the clinic today?
Oh, the baby's not feeling well. I think she might have a fever.
Well, let's check her temp with the Exergen thermometer. You're right. These Exergen thermometers are very accurate. Reads 101.2.
Oh, gosh. Well, that Exergen thermometer sure is fast and easy to use.
Yes, and many doctors recommend Exergen for home use.
Exergen thermometers, backed by over 100 clinical studies, are available at Walgreens and participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
With tens of thousands of satisfied patients across America, it's no surprise QC Kinetics gets 5-star reviews.
I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics.
I'm able to do the things that I wasn't able to do for a long time.
I can recommend them highly.
I would recommend QC to anybody.
QC Kinetics has changed my life.
I couldn't believe it. I honestly was skeptical, but the pain went from a 10 to a 0.
Real people with real lasting relief from joint pain.
QC Kinetics Regenerative Medicine is regenerating me.
It was super successful, and I recommend everyone seek out QC Kinetics as an alternative to surgery.
This non-surgical approach is definitely the future.
I tell as many people as possible. I am an ambassador. I love QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in advanced regenerative medicine. No drugs, no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318.
Get a great deal on select Kubota equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S. The versatile lineup is built to help you make the most of your land. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800 on qualifying implements. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Hi, folks. Rob Thompson here. I want to take a minute to talk with you about advertising here on San Antonio Sports Star. I get this question all the time. How do I get started? Well, it's awfully easy. Contact our sales director. Her name is Morgan Harrison. Her email address is morgan.harrison@alphamediausa.com. From there, she'll send out one of our great folks, and they'll connect with you on what we can do for you here at San Antonio Sports Star. Here at Alpha Media, we are a full-service advertising company. Radio is just the tip of the iceberg of what can be done. Also, TV. Everybody streams it. We can work with you. Happy connected.
Here's an unexpected holiday surprise for all the last-minute shoppers. Now through December 17th, all of Diamond's Direct Diamond Classics are 25% off. That's all diamond earrings, all diamond bracelets, all diamond pendants, an incredible 25% off. Special financing, too. Get the perfect gift at the best value price all year. 25% savings on all diamond earrings, bracelets, and pendants. Now through the 17th only, and only at Diamonds Direct. Get details, directions, and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
They're local, they're San Antonio, and they know sports. They're R&R in the morning, KTFM Floresville, and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Spurs made it 17 in a row as they fell to the Rockets last night, 93-82. They have the Lakers coming up tomorrow night on NBA TV, then ESPN on Friday. Head coach DeMeco Ryans confirmed that his star quarterback did get a concussion and is in concussion protocol. His status is up in the air for their huge matchup for the Titans, who got a big win over the Dolphins last night.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We're going to decorate appropriately. If you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, start watching. Go to your YouTube, find us at SA Sports Star, specifically R&R in the morning. Make sure you're liking on a daily basis. And if you had, you would know that I was moving a picture of Joe Reinagel's new infatuation. We'll call it a man crush. He was his discovery. He found him.
Well, let me explain to you, everybody, why Joe. Let me explain to y'all. Y'all that listen to the Blitz, you've heard Joe go on and on about how he's been right about Jake Ferguson. The only time you go on and on and on and on about something that you've been right with is because you're never right. Joe Reinagel is rarely right. Like, he's shooting. The Spurs shoot better from three than Joe Reinagel gets things right.
Precisely.
Like, think about that. Joe shoots about 5 of 41. He shoots about 5 of 41. That's Joe's percentage. So he got Jake Ferguson correct. And he wants to let everybody know he's got pictures of Jake Ferguson all over the studio, on him and Jason's office that they share. It's so cute seeing him in there cuddly. So yeah, he's happy about being right because, again, you know, he shoots about 25, 30%.
It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get up, Rudy.
Don't do that. Don't be Instagram guy. Don't be Instagram guy.
Celebrate the successes.
You have to keep going.
And forget the
losses.
losses.
Hard.
What have
it's
you
gonna
done
rain
today?
But where will you be when the sun comes back out?
That's a good one.
Like what?
We must protect this house.
It's like Instagram guy. I think I'm gonna start it. Them dudes making money.
Are we excited
about what?
I mean, is this a hurdle game? Have the Cowboys
Jake
put up
Ferguson hurdle?
If you look above my head, you will see.
So by the way, that's the most overrated play. Now, we've seen it 100 times.
It was a pretty good play, though.
Listening to Ryan come in here, oh my God, I can't believe I saw that. It was awesome. I've seen 15 dudes do it this year. The hurdle is so overrated, but hey, go off. Anyway,
we talked to Clarence a minute ago about
yes, we did
the matchup between and I hate quarterback matchups, but Dak and Josh Allen they're not compared enough, and they should be.
Let's look at the numbers, Rob. Let's go. Let's do a deep dive.
They should be compared. They're the same guy.
Ooh,
they really are.
You're gonna make the Dackers mad. That's
Why?
what I'm calling the Dackers.
Well, Josh has gotten far more credit for doing exactly the same thing Dak has done, and Dak has gotten far more abuse for doing essentially what Josh Allen has done. I'll put it to you right now: the win in Kansas City was no big deal. Beating Kansas City on the road is not as big a deal as it used to be. It's not.
So wait, the Cowboys get credit for beating the Eagles at home, but Josh don't get credit for beating the Chiefs in Kansas City?
It's as big a deal as winning on the road. It's not as big a deal as winning on the road against a Super Bowl champion. It ain't the same.
Oh, gotcha.
The Kansas City Chiefs ain't the Super Bowl champion. They don't look like that team. They ain't that team.
That's a huge win, Rob.
It was a good win.
If the Cowboys,
who else has beat them in Kansas City?
Detroit.
See, now here we go. Now we're going to talk about if and thens.
That's it.
And Detroit ain't what we thought they were either.
Do you know that Facebook and Twitter would have broken? I'm talking about broken, collapsed if the Cowboys went into Kansas City and won.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys Twitter and Facebook would shut down the internet. Look, I will be the first one to tell you Kansas City ain't what they are. But neither is Philly.
To say that Buffalo is good, but the numbers will tell you that Josh and Dak are very much the same quarterback. They do kind of the same things.
This is the thing that makes the Dackers, the Jason Minnicks of the world, go crazy. When I look at Josh Allen, the passing yards are similar. Dak has 3,505. Josh has 3,447. Dak has 28 touchdowns. Josh has 25. But now here's what drives the Dackers crazy. Dak, 6 INTs. Josh Allen, league leading 14. Like, dude, we got.
Can you imagine if Dak had 14 interceptions?
Come on. Yeah, exactly. Right now, with what do we at? 13. So with 4 games to play, Josh Allen has 14 interceptions.
Yeah.
I love you, Dak.
Wow.
What is that?
Was that right, Eagle? I hope so.
Yeah. Now Dak's passer rating is 107.5, 93.4, and Dak's completion percentage is also better. So that's why Clarence gave you such pushback. He ain't playing better than Dak. He ain't playing better than Dak.
They both rank in the
Fair.
top 5 in QBR under pressure.
Ooh, I like that stat.
Well, some of these numbers are ridiculous, including outside the pocket on third down in the fourth quarter of each games. There are only 2 quarterbacks in the NFL in the top 5 in all 4 of those areas, and it's those 2. Josh and Dak are first and second in passing and touchdown runs since 2016 in the league.
Really?
No defense has been better getting against the quarterback like the Cowboys, but the Bills rank 4th in getting after the quarterback. And both these quarterbacks are facing the same thing, doing the same things.
So then let's check Vegas, because this is in Buffalo.
They're getting home field.
If the numbers are that close,
they're getting home. I thought it was like right at 1.5, 3 points. It's real small. Last I saw.
Yeah. So then that means they don't think. If it's that tight and you're at home and it's a possibility of a weather game. Let's see what the weather looks like Sunday. Oh, we got beautiful football. High is 59.
In Buffalo?
Football. Yeah.
It's going to be 59 in Buffalo.
The high on Sunday in Buffalo is 59 and sunny. So the Cowboys get a break there. That's huge for the Cowboys.
That's the home field advantage went away. When you saw into Buffalo, it's going to be 59.
Well, that's what my iPhone is better than your computer.
Okay, even if it's 46.
What are we at? Sunday, I see 46. My phone, I don't know why my phone says Buffalo. I hope I ain't got Buffalo,
if it's
Texas.
It's colder than that outside right now.
I know. So regardless, they catch it a break.
Oh my goodness. This is one of those things where when you're trying to track your path to a Super Bowl, you go, first of all, we need to take care of home field. If we don't take care of home field, we won't do it. Well, they've done that pretty well. Secondly, we got to make sure we stay healthy. Health is going to be the end of the line. If you get hurt and lose your guys at the wrong point, you're going to lose. So they've done that. Then you have to have appropriate road win and road luck.
Right.
Well, my goodness, you're traveling into Buffalo when it's only going to be 45 and no snow. That is a bonus. Things are falling into place for Cowboy fan. My question is, for those of you who are like me, who have battered Cowboy syndrome, who are looking for what's the thing that's going to end this, are you starting to believe? Are you starting to think, oh my goodness, this is not yet? Will it take a Buffalo win, or does it have to be playoffs? Is that it?
It's got to be playoff. Like, first of all, you take care of business, and you can give them, there's nothing wrong with giving the Cowboys credit along the way. I get the ultimate goal guy, and we know what they're going to happen in the playoffs. I get that. That's fine. But along the way, it's okay to be like, damn, they look good. Damn, they look good. So, I mean, again, December 17th, which is what Sunday is, it's going to be possibly between 46 and 59 degrees. With the sun out. What was the temperature last year in December 17th? Oh, so it was about the same, 32, which is that's
a big difference.
That's a big difference. So they're catching a break.
Did you bring up the fact that folks in the Northeast have a different body thermometer than we do?
They're awesome. Their body, and it's weird because we make fun of them during the summer, but up there, when it was like in the low 50s, and women and men are running marathons, training in shorts and tank tops.
Well, why is the heat on everywhere? I was
heaters.
hot the entire time I was there.
I think that's why they heat up their internals, so this way when they go outside, their body takes longer to cool down because everywhere we went, they had the heater on 87.
No matter what, it didn't matter time of day, temperature, they had the heat on full blast. Those people are cold, had to come home.
To the point where you get
cool off.
nauseated hot.
I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, I was getting like on the way to the game, the bus driver, I told him because I couldn't take it anymore. I told the bus driver, quote, "Sir, you have me feeling like a brisket. I feel like you have set my temperature to 225 low and slow." And he's like, "Is it hot?"
See, and he's sitting there comfortable, and everybody from Texas is
like that.
Why are we better suited for that weather than they are? Why do they have to have heat at 90? You think it would be us that needed it?
I don't know. Maybe just don't register.
I had to come home to cool off.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was miserable.
But they can also handle the cold better.
Can they? Because they have to have their heat running at 90 all the time.
well, when they go outside, they're damn near naked.
Have they survived 4 days in the snow with no heat like we have? I say no.
I'm sure they have.
We're tougher.
I disagree.
Are you kidding? We did 4 days. Power. I'd snow in my house. It's 50 degrees. They got the thermostat set to 85 and have their scarves still on.
I don't know, Rob. I don't know, man. Those East Coast people pretty tough.
They lost me.
No, they're pretty tough.
$700 million. That's on the docket.
Is it?
$700 million. We're going to talk some more Cowboys. We owe you some Ryan Clark talking about Stephon Gilmore. And man, what a game. Those guys can tackle. We'll continue talking Cowboys. Let's look at the baseball world. As it was turned on its ear, kinda $700 million coming to Shohei. Let's talk about exactly when he's going to get all $700 million. It's R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Houston Texans hit a little bit of a speed bump. How is C.J. Stroud? We're going to visit with Indy Kalu when he joins us at 3:30.
Plus, Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk will join us at 5:15, talking Cowboys and the NFL officiating problem. And yeah, the Spurs played the Rockets last night.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Big games, big concerts, big events. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Any city, any event. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, and events from San Antonio to Las Vegas. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com. Here's an unexpected holiday surprise for all the last-minute shoppers. Now through December 17th, all of Diamond's Direct Diamond Classics are 25% off. That's all diamond earrings, all diamond bracelets, all diamond pendants, an incredible 25% off. Special financing, too. Get the perfect gift at the best value price all year. 25% savings on all diamond earrings, bracelets, and pendants. Now through the 17th only, and only at Diamonds Direct. Get details, directions, and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
It can happen in an instant. A car accident can change your life forever. From serious injuries to mounting medical bills to battling insurance companies. Accidents make life harder than it should be. If you've been in an accident, George Salinas Injury Lawyers are here for you. They're local, experienced, and ready to fight for results that make a difference. If you've been injured, don't call just any lawyer. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next-day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here,
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January, because mulch. We're cutting prices on power tools, automotive jacks and stands, and portable inverter generators this holiday season. Save in store or at northerntool.com.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, it's her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Texas, the Powerball jackpot is over $400 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com, jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Good morning, everybody. Joe Reinagle here. Big show coming up on the Blitz at 2 o'clock. We'll talk to Indy Kalu. How about those Houston Texans? They had a rough one against the Jets on Sunday. And C.J. Stroud in concussion protocol. Indy will join us at 3:30. We'll talk Dallas Cowboys football and NFL officiating with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk. She'll join us at 5:15. Hey, Rudy, look at this poster of Jake Ferguson I put up so you can stare at it all morning long.
Yeah, I'm staring at it.
Yeah, good eye, Joe.
That's awesome.
You found him.
You found him. Joe found him. Well, see, the thing about it, when Joe saw him when we were at training camp, Joe looked in his eyes and thought he was super handsome and was like, hey, this kid's got to be good if he's that tall and striking. He's tall and striking. A little bit crazy. But no, Joe called that one. He got that one. I'll give it to him. I'll give him his props on that one.
He's $700 million over 10 years.
Really 350 in Cali, which is why they had to put him at 70 so he can make what he's supposed to. Like in Cali, you gotta round up because the taxes are so gosh awful.
In any other world, you bring in a guy like Shohei Ohtani, aren't you immediately the odds-on favorite to win it all?
No, not in baseball.
Then why the hell would you do something like that?
Because you're going to make $1.4 billion.
I get it.
And you plan to win. Now they're trying to win. I mean, you put Shohei next to Mookie Betts and some of the other pieces they already have. Look, they're going to be the odds-on favorite because they're not done. They're not done because of the way this deal is structured. It gives them flexibility to go out and add other stars or even other just pieces. Like it gives it, like it's a sweet deal for the Dodgers. Like you said, Rob, his dollar is going to diminish over the 10 years. That's number one. Number two, how many Shohei jerseys they're going to sell, dogs and everything. Like it's a huge win for the Dodgers because you get the best player in baseball, maybe the best player of all time, along with the arm once he gets back from Tommy John, along with the best bat. And then now you have the flexibility to bring in other stars and not have to, be in a crunch. it's awesome for the Dodgers. And yes, Rob, they are going to be the odds-on favorite. I'm sure the Vegas number switched overnight or whenever that was over the weekend.
I know this, that Major League Baseball does not want to repeat of last year.
What Diamondback? Hey, man, could you quit poo-pooing on the Rangers?
Oh, no, I'm happy that the Rangers were there. We cared, but nobody else did. Nobody cared outside the Metroplex. I mean, the numbers don't lie.
It was the worst rated World Series in quite some time.
No, ever. Not quite some time. Since there was TV. Since there was
TV.
TV.
I got to keep bringing that up, though. It feels very Astro-ish of you to keep bringing this up.
What I'm trying to say is the $700 million, when it made it up to the baseball headquarters, that everybody went, thank God he's going to the Dodgers. What happens if he lands in Toronto? If he'd have landed in Toronto,
that wouldn't have been good. No, seriously, I'm asking a serious question.
No,
I don't know.
I mean, it'd be just like him being at the Angels. It's not like Toronto and Ohtani are headed to the World Series. And if they are, who the hell cares?
And if you're the Angels,
thanks for playing.
This is the thing. This is and this is how GMs. Well, this was an owner call, so you can't fire him. But the decision not to trade him, knowing good and dang well he was not staying with you, and you got nothing for him. Not only that, if you look out your window, Artie Moreno, you can see Dodger Stadium and see when he's at the bat. Like, again, far be it for me to call a billionaire a dummy, but that was the dumbest thing that he could do. Again, he took it out of the GM's hands. He said, nope, I like Shohei. I'm going to go all in for him in the offseason. My plan is to keep him here. It was a cool gesture, and I'm sure Shohei probably going to send him a nice gift basket. But there was the dumbest thing that an owner has ever done, to get nothing for him. Never made the playoffs. And now he's gone, and you don't have a farm arm. You don't have a bat. You don't have anything to show for it. His time there, other than, oh yeah, now he's a Dodger. That is awful.
Well, as an Aggie, I say, hold my beer.
What? Why do you say? What do you mean by that?
We paid $75 million to go away.
I know.
At least they're not having to pay him to leave. They just got nothing. As an Aggie, I'm like, here, hold my beer. You want to talk about unhealthy and bad exits?
Dude,
I can't believe money after bad.
I can't believe he did that.
I can't believe
that's the other part that no one. We're spending so much time talking about the money. We forget that the Angels got nothing for him and didn't even make a playoff. You didn't even get in a little playoff hot dog money, playoff beer money. Just walked out, made himself $700 million in your uniform. That's all you got from it.
It is
across the street.
Do you think in 3 years we're still going to be talking about this contract and what it's done to the Dodgers, or is there anything else even remote coming down the pipeline that can match there's nobody else out there?
Well, see, this is the thing, Rob.
In any sport.
I don't think so, but this is what I'll say. Don't we just set the market?
Kinda.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, regardless of if I'm not that, like the Cincinnati kid, the shorts is the third baseman for Cincinnati. He's a monster. While he's not going to get 700, Rob, maybe 450. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a scary thing when you do that, because again, you're right, Rob. I don't think there's anything on the precipice that's anything close to that, but you have raised the bar.
Because I like I look at the Deshaun Watson deal.
Right.
And like, oh man,
look what it did.
The rest of the league looked at that and said, no, that's not going to happen again. We're not going to do this.
And the reason that one was different, Rob, is because there's some quarterbacks behind Deshaun that were better than him.
Right.
I don't think there's anybody behind Shohei that can argue that they're better than him right now.
Well, Flacco could even argue he's better than.
Damn.
The proof is in the pudding, man.
Damn.
Did you see Flacco turn the corner running the ball? What the hell's gotten into him?
How in the hell is Flacco running RPO? And I saw Flacco do an RPO. I said, wait. That's in his bag? Flacco has RPO in his bag?
The Cleveland Browns are cooking. Stefanski is coaching his arse off. Let's talk the NFL. Peter King has a prediction.
I don't like this.
A prediction.
I don't like this.
This is old man football. This guy has been around a long time. Let's get that NFL gumbo boiling. It's cooking. We're almost to the playoffs, and there's thoughts about next year that are already starting to bobble up. Is that just the beginning? When do we outlaw the tush push? NFL gumbo coming. It's R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Cowboys battle the Buffalo Bills this Sunday at 2:30 p.m. It'll be a cold one in Buffalo, but the boys need this one.
Out of the gun, back to Dak. He's taking another shot in the end zone. Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Macy's Great Gift Sale. Take an extra 20% off gift ideas from designers they'll love with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of great deals on women's sweaters, coats, and PJs, 25 to 50% off. Beauty essentials from Origins, Elizabeth Arden, and more, 25 to 40% off. And the season's hottest toys, 15 to 50% off. Plus, everyone gets $10 Macy's money for every $50 spent. Now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-5407. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-5407. That's 800-575-5407. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The best place to catch all your favorite football games is Twin Peaks. And this Sunday, San Antonio Sports Star is going to be at the Twin Peaks Days of Iowa location to cheer on the Cowboys. Come Sunday Fun Day with us starting at 1. 29-degree beer, tasty snacks served up by the lovely ladies at Twin Peaks, and your chance to win tickets to see the Toadies with special guests Local H at the Aztec Theater. That's this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Days of Iowa location starting at 1. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain. Call QC Kinetics right now and make 2024 the year you go back to living a normal life again. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star. QC Kinetics can give you your life back. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. These are all natural treatments that can repair and restore that damaged tissue, giving you pain-free movement again. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients around the country. People who have had knee, back, shoulder pain, who were able to get lasting relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. If you have pain from an old injury or pain associated with arthritis, you need to check this out. The future of medicine is here with the regenerative treatments from QC Kinetics. Make the call now so you can get the most out of 2024. Get back to doing what you love, and don't forget, you can use your HSA and FSA funds. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Nothing is everything.
With Sky Rizzy, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZY to learn more.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from Awesome Tickets. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. Thanks for joining us this morning. I got some tickets to give away this hour. Parliament, Funkadelic.
Okay.
Going to be here in 2 nights. December the 15th. When you hear the song Flashlight, we're going to introduce Edwin to Flashlight.
Flashlight. He knows that song.
I'm sure he does.
He just got to hear it.
When you hear it, be ready.
I forgot it's our holiday staff. This is our kind of Christmas party today, right?
Yeah, we do it like speed dating. We do our holiday parties early. Get it out of the way, like lunch.
But actually, this past weekend, I said people already started. Remember, we're in Boston at the hotel. People coming in gowns and stuff. And there were Christmas parties have already started.
'Tis the season. You're busy this weekend.
Oh yeah, I do. I have the San Antonio Police Office Association. I'm hosting their Christmas.
Put in a good word for them.
Yeah, I got you. And I just want to ask them a few questions and just to make sure they all see my face in case they ever pull me over.
You know, just a little memory. So be nice to our boys in blue as you're hosting their party. The international schedule. Peter King is a writer of great esteem, the Monday morning quarterback. You know what? He's been doing this for a long, long time. And he's one of those guys, when he says it, especially when it's coming out of the NFL office there on Fifth Avenue, it's probably going to happen. Jacksonville has been a great beneficiary of playing on the road. It kind of helped them springboard their season.
Yeah,
2 weeks out there, they win 2 games. Other teams have to get accustomed, and then they kind of move things around. Well, Peter King believes that the NFL is about to change the rules on their national schedule.
Yeah, so right now every team has to play at least one every 8 years, but that's going to get bumped up to once every 4 years. Now, look, man, I get it. The NFL and business is business. Your job, the owners want to make as much money as possible, all this, that, and the third. But at the same time, at what point do you say, look, man, we want to grow the game. We want to make as much money as possible. And they're averaging about 50,000 fans each one of these games that they do overseas, Rob. But this is regular season football. These games count. These games matter. The schedule matters. The travel matters. Does Manchester United and Chelsea, do they come over here and play a friendly sometimes? Sure. But in the heart of the Champions League, is Manchester and Liverpool going to come play at Energy? In the heart of their UEFA season, are they going to come over here and play in the middle of their season? Hell no. Not in the games that matter. This is crazy. In the middle of the season, again, and it affects you. It affects you before. It affects you after. Trust me, the players may want to go because it's a great experience, but I'm sure it's a nightmare for coaches. It's a nightmare for coaches. And I don't think, now, according to Peter King, this is going to pass through easily because, again, it expands the brand and it's going to make more money for the owners at the end of the day.
I don't like it than this. I'd make it every 2 years. I think the competitive advantage is such that everybody needs to be doing it or nobody needs to be doing it. You know what I mean?
Where you're coming from.
It's not about, I think we need to be playing more European games.
Oh, okay,
I just think that the teams that have to go are unfairly hindered.
That's fair. Now, I didn't think about it from that standpoint.
So if we're doing it, step up the pace, make everybody go do it so everybody has to suffer. Now, I would limit, I would have no European games past week 8. You know what I mean?
So you cram it all in.
Get it all. Everybody got to go. We'll have a
so you
European
have time to
game.
recover?
We'll have 2 a week for the first 8 weeks. I don't care how we do it. Just make everybody do it so it's fair to everybody.
And this isn't me with the Apollo Creed American shorts on.
No,
this is just me on like, why? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, y'all cleared $12 billion last year. Like, what are we doing?
And I get the chase, I do. But if we're gonna do it every 4 year, I'd make it every 2 years. I mean, I'd cycle through Europe to the point where teams got used to it. Where just like the Cowboys are used to that November Thursday bump, and you're going to have a short game, and you're going to have 3 games in 12 days. Cowboys are used to it. They do it every year. They're used to it. Sucks, but they're used to it. Detroit, they do it every year. They might not be good at it, but they're used to it. I think everybody just has to get used to traveling to Europe once every other year. I mean,
now, when was the last time y'all went? If it's got to be once every 8 years, did the Cowboys go to
been in forever?
Now, did they maybe go to Mexico?
I think they're counting the Mexico game.
It have to be because that has to. Now, Jerry's will definitely be a road game. Jerry ain't giving up a home game.
See, that's the other thing. Everybody
see, like you got your list of guys that's like, well, if I gotta go, it ain't gonna be a home game. So I don't like it. The Cowboys have not played an international game since 2014 when they made the trip to London and defeated the Jaguars. I don't remember that. Well, obviously it's been 9. Yeah, I thought so. Then the rules right now are a lie.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it says every 8. That I can do math. I'm not that smart, but it's 2023, Rob. And the last time they went was 2014. That's 9 years.
Some are more equal than others, Rudy. Jerry doesn't want to go. He's keeping his gate. Send Cincinnati. Send Carolina. Send Jacksonville 1 more week. I ain't going.
Well, Jacksonville's like, well, I guess the Jacksonville took the Cowboys trip. Like, Jerry called up Con and said, you want mine?
Yeah, we're good. We'll take it. I want to be over there anyway.
That ain't fair. And I think that's where you coming from. Like, if we're going to do this, then everybody has to do it.
Because it's a significant hindrance.
I don't even remember that.
Until you get used to it. And I think you got to make everybody get used to it if you're truly going to go international, because the next step is logically to have a team there. So you better have everybody used to going there.
Yeah, so if it gets put into place, Rob, the NFL could play as many as 9 games outside of the country as early as 2025. Over the past 2 years, they've had 5 games overseas and will likely have the same number of games next year. So next year likely will be 3 in London, 1 in Germany, and 1 in either Brazil or Spain.
And those are markets that we know that what they're doing in Brazil right now. There's more active NFL coaches and formative year coaches in Brazil than there are just about any other place in the world. They are really pushing that market. So you expect that to come.
You think Brazil or Spain wants real football?
I think that there's going to be a market.
American football. I shouldn't say real.
I think that there's a market there, and we're talking about a lot of people. I'd say the Brazilians probably more likely than the Spaniards because just about locale and Premier League and things like that. But obviously it's coming, and we're not going to be able to stop it. And it's going to be a detriment until we all share in the pain of loading up and taking an entire team and family and wives and everybody else for a week of football that counts. Even though it's kicking off at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning, it matters. It counts, and those losses matter just the same.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Only because NFL games mean so much. Again, I want to say Buffalo lost to the Jaguars on the Jaguars' second game in London. And again, when we're talking about seedings and stuff, that matters. Like, yeah, if you want to play 10 basketball games overseas, cool, you got 82. You want to play a few games of baseball overseas, cool, you got 162. Football, these games are too much. Look at the Cowboys, Eagles, and 49ers. They're all locked at 10-3. Now, one of those teams in the next few years has to go overseas, and the jet lag and all the other nonsense, and you lose like this. It matters too much to be playing like this because you're trying to make more money. I don't like it. I don't like it. And this ain't got nothing. This is about, again, you can't say on one hand, player safety is at the top of our list and not put them through. You could be doing a lot worse, but I'm just speaking in terms of sports. Plenty of military people go see. I'm just speaking in terms of sports. That's not healthy. That ain't healthy for anybody. But again, what's better than 12 billion, Rob? 13.
The only thing that makes things a little bit easier is that Parliament at the Aztec Theater. It is our pleasure to send you that all you got to do is dial 656-3776, 656 ESPN. You're going to go. If you don't win the tickets, you can get them at livenation.com. You know, the power rankings are a fluid thing in the NFL.
Are they?
They are. I mean, it tells you, as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of like the way the NCAA ballot goes. It's who's best right now. Right? I mean, it's fluid.
It's
changes,
week to week, baby.
Changes week to week. If you are putting together your Dallas or your NFL power rankings, excuse me, where would you put the Dallas Cowboys? Are they 3? Are they 2? Are they 4?
They're 2. San Fran, the boys, even though they struggled with the team that's not that good, I'd have Baltimore at 3. I'd have Buffalo at 4.
You're giving them a lot of credit for those.
And I would have the Browns at 5.
I agree with the 49ers at 1, Cowboys at 2. I think the Ravens, that was way too hard.
Oh, that doesn't matter. They won.
I know. I'm nitpicking. I think
who would be third then? Who you gonna put at third if it's not Baltimore?
It's got to be Baltimore because the drop off after that gets a little far. Eagles deserve to be in the top 5. They do.
No, you can't get. They got blown out 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, what about where do you put the Dolphins after last night? Do they appear worse than the Eagles right now? Because in my mind, they do.
I have the Dolphins at probably 6 or 7. I have the Browns, who will continue to win no matter who's at quarterback, as rounding out my top 5. Because if whoever's playing quarterback for the Browns doesn't turn it over and they can run the ball a little bit, you're not going to run up the score on them. You're not. That's still a really, really good football team. And Stefanski's probably, like I was saying about Coach McCarthy, should be in the conversation for Coach of the Year as well because of everything they've gone through. Again, you lost Chubb to a catastrophic injury. Then you lose Deshaun Watson, and yet y'all are still balling out. Like, yeah, at some point we got to believe what we're seeing with the Browns at 8-5. We got to believe it.
Do we believe in what we saw in the Lions losing to the Bears?
See, the Lions again, they've been playing with fire for quite some time. And last week, the bleep hit the fan, to say the least. Like, that loss to the Chicago Bears, that is an awful loss. So I would have the Dolphins at 7. At 6.
Where's your Super Bowl champ?
What was that?
Where's the Chiefs? Where are the chefs?
I'll put the Chiefs at 6. Chiefs 6, Dolphins 7, Lions 8.
Here's Jared Goff threw 2 interceptions, fumbled a snack, was sacked 4 times. They had a 4-yard loss on 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, losing the game to the Bears. I mean, not only did you lose it in a way that just showed you're not up to the task, you proved all of the reasons why you would be doubted.
It's
to
weird.
Be correct in the line.
I don't know what it is, but he has 5 interceptions against the Bears this season. So they beat the Bears the first time, but the thing is, this time they ended up losing the game. I don't know what the matchup issue is when they face the Bears, but Jared Goff has struggled against the Bears defense is really not that good.
I'm looking at a power rank. It doesn't matter who, and it's like Jaguars at 11,
right.
Texans at 12, Bengals at 13. Why? What do you think of these Bengals?
Man,
I mean, they might be better than we think.
I don't have them where I have the Browns. Like, I like what their backup quarterback is doing. And I like the fact, shout out to Joe Burrow for, buying the suite for Jake Browning's family. I thought that was a great gesture by the leader of that team. But I don't trust their defense like I trust the Browns defense. That's why I have them in 2 different categories.
CJ Stroudless Texans that's a...
yeah, see, the Texans, there's one thing to lose to the Jets. It's a whole nother to get curb stomped. So that would still have them somewhere near the 10, but they might be outside looking in still. It's tough to say. But my 10. So whose is this that you pulled up, Edwin?
Pro Football Talks.
Pro Football Talk have the Ravens ahead of the Cowboys. Okay, so this is why look, far be it for me to question Pro Football Talk, right? But check this out. Pro Football Talk has 49ers, Ravens, Cowboys, Eagles, Dolphins. So Pro Football Talk, if you have the Eagles at 4 and the Cowboys just crip walked all over them while the Ravens barely beat the Rams, please explain to me how you came to that conclusion. Again, it's just a power ranking. It shouldn't matter.
It's fluid.
But you got the Eagles ranked as high as 4 and the Cowboys crip walked on them. You don't have the Rams anywhere in sight, and Baltimore barely beat them. So please explain to me, Pro Football Talk. Jason, Joe, please ask Shereen Williams how in the hell the Ravens are ranked ahead of the Cowboys right now. That makes 0 sense. Please find the Rams. Show me where the Rams are, Edwin. 15. So the team you have ranked ahead of the Cowboys, Pro Football Talk, barely, and I'm talking about by the skin of their booty, beat your 15th ranked team, but the Cowboys dog walk the Eagles, and they're behind them? And Dak's the MVP?
I thought Tommy DeVito was the MVP.
DeVito. You got to say it like that, Rob. DeVito.
I want to hire his
with
agent.
your finger, with your hand, with your emoji.
You have to give the
DeVito has his own emoji. You know how long it takes to get your own emoji in this world?
In the center of the universe, New York, about 10 days. But if you didn't get a shot of his family yesterday, I would take
I was happy
DeVito's
for his family
over the Swifties any day of the week.
No. I'm taking the $700 million.
As we wind things down.
DeVito live at home
this hour. This story is crazy and stupid and dumb. Get off your mom's cell phone plan. Get out of her house.
Wow.
Make some money.
I don't even know what is DeVito making.
Oh,
$500K?
Yeah, if he's making that. I mean, he's barely off the practice squad, but Johnny Bag of Donuts is going to take care of business for him.
Was that his agent? Is that what you called his agent?
He looks like Johnny Bag of Donuts. He's got he's running some numbers. Do some high interest short-term loans.
Pro Football Talk made me mad because I hold y'all in high regard. The Ravens are not playing better football than the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't get
They're not.
I get the credit for winning a game you shouldn't. And I get them going, yeah, man, what a hell of a play. And you did it. Winners win. That's what they do. I get the argument.
Okay.
But Baltimore, no.
They're not playing better than Dallas.
They're not.
They're not.
They're just not. And I know the Rams are playing for their lives, and it's hard to beat a team that's dying. You know what I mean?
That was in Baltimore.
I know. It was in Baltimore. Same way with the Cowboys in Seattle. I get it. These are both 2 teams that are playing for their lives, and it's hard to beat a team like that. But, oh, come on.
Now Dominique Foxworth on Get Up has the Ravens also ahead of the Cowboys.
It's because it's Baltimore.
No, it's because it is hard because I have it too, Rob, but I respect. I have to keep my integrity. It's hard to give the Cowboys love. Like it's hard, not because of them, but because of the fan base. And like you like, ah, man, I don't want to. I can't do it. And so you go on TV and you do this, and you say the Ravens are playing better than the Cowboys when everybody with two eyes that's watched football for any amount of time knows they're not. I wouldn't take the Ravens to beat the Cowboys on a neutral field tomorrow.
No, not even no. Especially after what I witnessed yesterday. No, not even. It's not even close.
Stafford and Pucachua killed them. Or no, Coop. It was Cooper Rush. Not Cooper Rush. You know what I'm talking about. That guy.
Not Pua Nakuna.
Huh?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp. That dude. There's too many Coopers in my world.
We're going to talk some college football for the rest of the week. By the way, speaking of Cooper Rushes and his boy, go check out our bowl pick'em contest at sasportstar.com. Go make your picks. We will get you all ready because we're the home for all of your bowl games. It starts on the 16th. Make sure you get your picks in time. We will try to attach some prizes to that apart from bragging rights. In the 9 o'clock hour coming back, I don't know what day we should set aside.
Okay.
But the Lakers at some point in January, you would assume, would set aside a very special day to fly in all those former Laker greats. Make sure Magic is in the building. Make sure that Kareem can make it. Make sure that everybody that's purple and yellow plaid are in the building for when they raise the banner of the first of the midseason tournament. Well, that team of destiny and champions is coming to San Antonio to take on the Fighting Spurs. Hey, what do you think about the decision to have real banners? Let's talk about
I'm not doing this.
NBA for real with our San Antonio Spurs who pretend to be part of the league. It's R&R. We'll talk about it next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The good folks at Ewald Kubota want to let you know that, hey, they want to wish you a merry, very merry Christmas and a happy holidays from all 11 locations. And they still have huge, huge savings on their M-Series tractor. The compact tractors right now are 0 down and 0% for 84 months. Now's the perfect time to invest in that tracker package because it's going to include the trailer. So you just show up with your truck, leave with your tractor and your trailer. And don't forget, you get that tax savings with Section 179. The guys at Ewald Kubota can help you figure all of that out with no problem. Check it all out at ewaldkubota.com. Also, we're getting a lot of rain. They're discounting that walk-behind mower up to $1,000 off. And so from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to the hill countries of Texas for 75 wonderful years, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
It's time to go bowling. This holiday season, there's only one stop for all of your holiday bowling. ESPN 1250 and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Alamo Bowl, Texas Bowl, Cotton, Peach Bowl, Orange Bowl, Fiesta, Rose, Sugar Bowl, and this year's national championship game. Hear them all on your home for college football. San Antonio's ESPN 1250 and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured, so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
It's the Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rind Appreciation Day celebration. Enter to win $5,000 cash, tailgating prizes, plus Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds when you pass the pigskin. Enter at porkrindappreciationday.com. That's porkrindappreciationday.com. And make sure to pick up the protein-packed, bold flavors of Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds today at HEB.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January, because mulch. We're cutting prices on power tools, automotive jacks and stands, and portable inverter generators this holiday season. Save in store or at northerntool.com.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. With over 25 years experience, we have secured important verdicts and settlements, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for Monday Night Football. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
That is 17 in a row for your San Antonio Spurs. They fall to the Rockets 93-82. Have a home and home against the Lakers Wednesday night and Friday night. Also, Houston Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans confirmed that his star quarterback C.J. Stroud is concussing. His status for this week, and a big game against the Titans is up in the air.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 100% satisfaction guarantee.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
Wake me up, wake me up, wake up, wake me up. So wake me up, wake up.
Rob Thompson.
Ginobili the other way in transition to the left-hand slam. I want some nasty.
Rudy J.
Cowboys win. How else would you settle this game?
Begin each day as if it were on purpose.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss excellence.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
This is R&R in the morning. Back together again. It's a Tuesday morning. Don't mind the brake lights. We'll get you where you're going. Last week of school for most. You are now, it is December the 12th. There are but 12 shopping days till Christmas.
Are you serious?
12 days of Christmas begin.
How much shopping has your wife
goodness.
done for you?
A fair amount. We arrived home from our sojourn up to Boston with a stack of boxes. I don't know who they're for. I know she went and grabbed them very quickly and were hidden in a place in their closet like I'm not supposed to know where they are if I really want to go look.
It must be nice to live that far away from the street where you can just not worry about your boxes.
Yeah.
If I would, because look, when on those days when I go out of town, I have to hit my neighbor up. I'll be like, yo, Eddie, can you go grab my stuff off the porch?
Oh, no, you're right. We are very lucky because if you're riding down my street, you better be there for a purpose. But the other side of that is that our delivery types just tend to chunk things over the fence. So you're like, it's delivered.
You serious?
And they'll show a picture of it, and you're like, well, what under what tree? It's I see the tree. Where exactly did you throw it? And more times than not, it's there. We just didn't see it. But yeah, 12 days of shopping left. I heard that I think next Tuesday is for a lot is like the absolute deadline for anything you're gonna have shipped. So you still got some time, but if you're gonna
wait, you being for real?
I'm being real. Yeah, I think you've got just a couple of days. I think you can get it till they say till about the 19th.
That's Tuesday. That's next Tuesday.
And that gives you about 4 days of delivery. But
that'll actually get here on time.
And trust me, you'll be paying $50 per. You'll be paying some serious shipping.
I'm about to order all that stuff in the next couple of days. I appreciate that heads up.
So as we prepare, yeah, it's coming. It is. You might as well be 3/4
Where did
done.
2023 go?
You try to tell.
We say this every year, right? In December, every December we say this.
But the older you get, the faster it moves.
And it's funny because I tell my friends, and I know I sound like the old cliche guy, but I tell like Ryan, whoever just had a baby, dude, it goes fast. I try to tell my wife because I had a child prior to our relationship. And so when we had our first child, it's 2008, I'm like, babe, I'm telling you, it's going to go fast. And now she'd be sitting on the couch crying, looking at our teenager like, I can't believe she's going to be. I'm like, I told you this was going to happen. You thought it was cliche and no, it goes quick because he's like school. Then you got Thanksgiving, then you got Christmas, then you got spring break, then boom, 1 year's gone. And the next thing you know, they're sophomores and don't like you. You know what I mean? Anyway, how did we get here?
No, what I'm saying, what I'm thinking about it with this is the older you get, the faster things move. It just kind of speeds by. So when you're younger, does it feel slow? Do the Spurs feel like? Do they wake up this morning and go, 17? I don't even remember when we had last one.
Right.
Or are they waking up going, we just lost a few in a row? Do they feel like it has been what it has been?
No, dude.
Literally the worst stretch in the history of the Spurs.
Dude, days are dragging.
In the entirety.
Yeah.
Think about it. Are they waking up going, my God, it's only December.
Yes.
And we have lost 17. And it's going to we still got a 30-day road trip coming our direction. You think it's bad now?
Right.
Wait till February when we really hate it.
Oh yeah, no. And remember the days when you used to get the schedule and you would look forward to the rodeo road trip. I haven't even looked because I'm too scared that it's gonna be, of course, of all years, it's gonna be one of the toughest ones they've had in years. I haven't even looked at the rodeo road trip. But the guys that are married on that team, Rob, they already plan it. Like, hey, honey, when the kids get out of school, book something.
Yeah, we can vacation in June.
Book something while it's cheap.
We can vacation in June.
Book something while it's cheap, man. No, these days are dragging, Rob. Like it's hard going to work right now. But the thing about it is, this is a gift and a curse. The curse is that you're losing. The gift is you're in a city and amongst the media that you're not really going to, like, if you're in New York, or if this team is doing this in New York or Boston, they're getting drugged. We're super nice.
Listen to Pop. Can you imagine Greg Popovich, post-game head coach of the Knicks? They have just lost their 17th straight game, and he is coaching the next. And this would be his attitude talking to the New York Post and those Wolves. This is Pop post-game talking about his team's effort.
No, it didn't seem like it. They did. They played their ass off.
Huh?
They played a great game. I mean, we make turnovers. They make turnovers, whatever. But they were great. You got to make a shot in the NBA. You can't shoot 5 for 41 from 3. That's not going to happen. What's really amazing about it is if you go 5 for 41, it's a lot of transition defense you're going to be in. And they got 10 fast break points. So they did a hell of a job defensively in that regard. Really proud of them. But just feel badly that it's hard to know what to do when you're missing that many shots. It just makes it very, very difficult. But they're growing in all kinds of ways. And I just wish they could catch a break that way as far as making some shots.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think he's read the room. And he walked in that locker room. At some point in the last 3 or 4 losses, he walked in that locker room and saw a team that is like in basketball terms, depressed. That's the only thing I can take away from that. Like, look, man, these dudes are down on themselves. They know they're bad. No one's confident. Me coming in and laying the hammer to him is not going to change anything. Like you know what I mean? It's like, dude, I'm not going to come in here and beat them down. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, you got to read the room. That's what that answer is, the definition of read the room. He went in there, read that room, and he's like, my God, these dudes look depressed. You know what I mean?
Like,
let
every
me
right to be.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Let me try and, lighten the mood. Like, hey, how about them Cowboys? Let's go have some dinner.
That was not a bad warm-up.
Has he hit him with the, if losing 17 games in a row is the worst thing that ever happens to you, you lived a pretty good life. Has he hit him with that yet?
Yeah, then I'd go, what about when we lose 18, Coach? And will 19 be even worse? We got a back-to-back, or one of those gentlemen back-to-backs with the Lakers. You're going to be in town for several days, so all of you LeBron slurpers who are hanging out at the hotel.
Hey, you want to see the Lakers? They're going to be walking around. Mediata.
You got to figure it'll be there.
Where else?
You bring your clubs.
You know what? They may hit the Pearl, because where do they stay now? They stay at the They stay at Emma?
If I was a visiting team, I would.
Maybe you'll catch them at the Pearl.
Just go hang out on the river. You'll see a couple tall dudes.
But it'll mostly be IG models.
Yeah.
Some flown in. Some flown in, some that live here.
Now, some good news from last night. Wemby did get himself a double-double. That's the 5th consecutive game that he's done that. That's the longest span since Tim Duncan back in 98. He did 10 straight double-doubles. He recorded his 3rd 5-block game this season. He had a 5-block half.
Yes.
In the first half. That's the most by a Spurs since LaMarcus back in 2015 and 16, and the most by a Spurs rookie since, of course, Tim Duncan back in 97 and 98, who went 14 consecutive games with 5 blocks, which is pretty impressive for his day.
That's the one thing I will take. 18 rebounds. Last game, 21 rebounds. I'll take that all day long. That's what he should be doing.
It is. And last night, in particular, he was in a different position. Things are fluid, and position are just titles, quite frankly. But Zach Collins, it's been nice watching you jack up all those shots over the last couple of weeks, but it's time to rest that elbow. He sat down, he only got about 14, 15 minutes, and
he didn't shoot a 3.
No, he did not do that. And Wemby played a bit of a hybrid 5, a lot of grab and go stuff, starting a fast break. There was even a grab and go, give to a ball handler. I forget who it was. Then he went and established in the paint, squared up, sang to the hoop, and made the shot. So we did see a little bit of growth there.
Is he the real deal or not?
Yes, no question.
Can you win a title with him?
Yes, no question. No question.
How long?
Now I'm not judging him.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
how long?
Well, not title contender.
With appropriate
how far are we from being a contender?
We're 3 years away.
3?
3.
I'll take that.
With appropriate skill set management.
Well, damn, you know what? That's a long time.
It is. It's a long time. This year, next year, the following year, then.
I'm asking you again just to make sure I heard you. Is he the real deal?
He is the real deal. You see it. You see it in little stretches. You see it. There are just miraculous things that Victor Wembanyama does that you just go, holy crap, hit the rewind. And it's little things that other guys can do, but that's all they can do. And he's doing several of these things. There was a beautiful no-look pass down the lane that no 7'5" superstar would ever even be asked to do. You know what I mean? Like you're asking him to do what?
Right.
When he's in the paint. So he did that. Then he started the game with a pull-up 3. There was some grab and go fast break runs where he made the appropriate pass at the appropriate time. Things fell apart afterwards. And he fell ass backwards into 20 and 18. And this is in a game where the Spurs only scored in the modern NBA 82 points. We've given up 55 to dudes this year. We would have lost to a FIBA 3-man team with this.
I think they gave up 80 and a half at one point this year.
So we
Can't remember
scored
which game.
82 points. And it wasn't like the Rockets were any better. It wasn't like they were good. But you go 4 of what? 51 from 3?
41. 5 of 41. Give him that one.
Let's give him credit and give him Pop the credit of keep shooting,
No, he's read the room. That team is depressed. Basketball sense. He ain't gonna beat him up. I know everybody's waiting on that Pop to walk through the door. It's not happening. It doesn't serve any purpose. They're just not that. Like when you do that, when you know that they're better than that. You know what I mean? Like if my daughter walks in with a C, I'm like, I'm jumping your ass because I know you're an A student. Like I feel like the Spurs right now are C students. So why am I trying to make them A students? They're not A students. So the narrative, and it's just low hanging fruit, not from you. I'm just saying I hear it all day. Like, well, when is he gonna do this for what? When is he scream and cuss for what? They're playing the best that they can play. Y'all really think they're much better than this? They're not. Accept that.
It's funny, Rudy and I up in Boston, and we're amongst about 25 different radio stations all over the place.
Right.
And they all know us. We're kind of, there. And everybody walks up, and it's kind of like
they feel bad.
We've had a death in the family. It's kind of like somebody that's really close to us is really sick. Because they all come up and say, man, we're so sorry. The rest of the NBA world pities us. They look at us like, oh my gosh, you poor Spurs. You got that guy and you got Pop, and it is a big bag of crap. You got everything you wanted, and it isn't even close to what you thought you were going to get.
And it's different because, again, like when we got Dave, things turned around immediately. We got Tim, things turned around immediately. They were coming into three totally different situations, the definition of apples and oranges. But that's what we had gotten accustomed to, and that's the cup of Kool-Aid that I had drinking from. And I've had to humble myself. Like, it's not going to happen. This ain't the year. The season's over. But we'll continue to follow them, and we'll continue to see if the incremental growth, again, there's another better defensive performance than we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving up 130 in their sleep a couple of weeks ago. So just keep sticking with the incremental growth, and maybe they put together a couple of wins here soon.
And the good news is, as interest has waned and eyes have focused in other directions, like a weird midseason tournament, I call it the crucible of indifference, that now Pop can, in fact, now play the mad scientist and start throwing around these weird lineups and changing them every night as you're trying to find which pieces mesh. You can do that when you're losing. And if you're winning games, there is the other issue that we're worried about with young guys is Wemby, win, lose, or draw will always be the first question, second question, third question, fourth question. And it's easier now if your superstar is also playing poorly to be the governor. Everybody's still going to ask for Wemby. And if you're losing 18 straight, Wemby's still going to be the first question. Makes it a little bit easier for guys like Devin and Keldon to kind of grow in silence as well. I guess.
Everything's going to be all right. Now, Rob, as a diehard Spurs fan, let's say in 2 years, the Spurs win the in-season tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want them to put that in-season tournament up next to the 2014 banner? We got to talk about this on the other side.
What are we going to do?
We got to talk about this.
How is this going to work exactly? How are the Lakers going to truly I know that they're being forced by the league to raise this banner.
No,
but are they going to do it at like a third quarter timeout? Are we just going to like third quarter instead of the dancing dogs and the unicycle girl Red Panda? We're just going to go real quick the second quarter break. Oh, by the way, let's raise the banner and let's go back to work. Or are they going to do a true celebration? We'll talk about that and the rest of the NBA. Here's an interesting number for you. Of all the teams that had guys that scored 40 or better, which were 5 of them, 3 of them lost last night. We'll talk about why and more in NBA stuff next. It's R&R. Clarence Hill's just around the corner too, by the way. You're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Houston Texans hit a little bit of a speed bump. How is C.J. Stroud? We're going to visit with Indy Kalu when he joins us at 3:30.
Plus, Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk will join us at 5:15, talking Cowboys and the NFL officiating problem. And yeah, the Spurs played the Rockets last night.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
Some might call me obsessed, but if you shop for holiday gifts at Kohl's, you get it. With their friends and family sale, I got 25% off already great deals, like 40% off comfy tech gear activewear. Then I saved 30% on Lego building sets, 30% on cozy Koolaburra by UGG bedding, and earned Kohl's cash. So yeah, I think it's pretty obvious why I love Kohl's, and why you'll love it too. Select styles, Lego and Koolaburra by UGG. Coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. Offers end December 17th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Have you or a family member been arrested? The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, can help regardless of the legal battle you are facing, personal injury or criminal defense. Attorney Jesse Hernandez and his team are ready to fight for you. Calls are answered 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's 210-807-8656 or jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla.
The best place to catch all your favorite football games is Twin Peaks. And this Sunday, San Antonio Sports Star is going to be out at the Twin Peaks Days of Valor location to cheer on the Cowboys. Come Sunday Fun Day with us starting at 1. 29-degree beer, tasty snacks served up by the lovely ladies at Twin Peaks, and your chance to win tickets to see the Toadies with special guest Local H at the Aztec Theater. That's this Sunday at the Twin Peaks Days of Valor location starting at 1. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, and scenic views.
This is Chris Canepa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. Listen to this message I received.
First message.
Hi, Chris. This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Connecticut water softener, but getting all those Connecticut units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Connecticut wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Yes, Chris, thanks again for installing our Connecticut. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners. Thanks, Chris. By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
From all of us at Connecticut, Merry Christmas.
Oh, and Chris, I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
Connecticut.
Wow, I feel good. 3 bands. 1 stadium. Def Leppard. Journey. The Steve Miller Band. Together. 3 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame icons. Their biggest hits. Friday, August 16th, Alamo Dome. Register for pre-sale access at DefLeppardJourney2024.com. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m.
Hi, folks. Rob Thompson here. I want to take a minute to talk with you about advertising here on San Antonio Sports Star. I get this question all the time. How do I get started? Well, it's awfully easy. Contact our sales director. Her name is Morgan Harrison. Her email address is morgan.harrison@alphamediausa.com. From there, she'll send out one of our great folks, and they'll connect with you on what we can do for you here at San Antonio Sports Star. Here at Alpha Media, we are a full-service advertising company. Radio is just the tip of the iceberg of what can be done. Also, TV. Everybody streams it. We can work with you. Happy connecting.
The NFL is on. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This It's R&R here on San Antonio Sports Star. We got a lot of chocolate to eat. The advent calendar, she has not been opened in quite some time.
What?
We are going to celebrate appropriately here. It's also a corporate Christmas breakfast morning here.
Yeah, we walk
Ranch.
out and it smells like heaven. I'm a breakfast guy, and they started at 9:15. Like the most talented people in the building aren't on air until 10.
They do that.
Like what the hell,
to
man?
ensure they get all the fresh bacon.
Yeah,
pancakes coming. But we do have some lovely Lindt chocolate balls as the Christmas. It is the 12 days of Christmas. It starts right tomorrow.
On the 12th day of Christmas, what you love give to me. Is it tomorrow?
Well, that's you figure it goes to the 25th, and tomorrow being the 13th.
Depends. It depends. It may be if you're Hispanic, it's today. They celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. Trust me, I know.
You mean like opening all the gifts?
Yeah, so Christmas is celebrated in my wife's family is on the 24th. On the 25th, we veg out.
You know why? Because you don't want to get up early on Christmas Day. Let's just open them all now.
So the 12 days of Christmas for most San Antonio families is today.
Does Santa delivers gifts to different families in different ways. He always has.
Yes.
Some families get it wrapped. Some families don't mind, and Santa brings them to your house the way you want them.
Right.
I've learned over the years. Does Santa bring the Santa gifts to your house wrapped or unwrapped?
Both.
So there's
like the big ones he leaves unwrapped.
Yeah, because it's just easier. Santa always came to our house. We didn't care, so we kind of left a note. You don't have to wrap the Santa gifts. Those will arrive on Christmas morning, but everything else was wrapped.
Yeah. So some of it's wrapped. Some of it isn't. Just depends on, if he ran out of paper or not, or just got too damn tired and went to bed.
Here's that. Clarence Hill Jr. is going to join us in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk Dallas Cowboys with them coming off a resounding victory, proving more doubters wrong, yet more questions asked. Now you got to beat a good team on the road under 50 degrees.
Yeah, and if they do beat them, then Buffalo wasn't really good anyway.
Because it wasn't even cold. You didn't even have to play the cold in this Buffalo, and beating Kansas City's easy now. Right. Because Kadarius Toney has big feet.
Let's make fun of LeBron, because I think this was his decision.
Here they come.
This was his decision,
They are the champions of the world. They have won the inaugural, the initial, the one and only midseason tournament, and a banner is due.
I think I don't want to hear about the league. LeBron went to Pelinka and said, don't tell them that I told you, but considering I'm the first, I want this up there as a reminder that I brought this to LA. This is not the league. This is Rich Paul going to Rob Pelinka and letting them know that LeBron wants this in the banners, up in the rafters, because he did it. He's that vain. He's that big of a douche. This is LeBron James written all over it, but he don't want you to know. Like, he threw the hat to AD like he didn't care about it. Stop. Because you said, I'm the first, and the thing you can't take away is I'm the first. This has LeBron written all over. This ain't got nothing. Adam Silver can't tell me what to put in my rafters. Well, we're not passing the buck on the league.
What we're going to have to do is have a different trophy case.
You can't. This can't be. This can't be any. Like, again, I promise you, they won't say it out loud because they know how sensitive he is. Magic, Kareem, Worthy, Coop, Pat Riley, Kobe in his grave. To even think,
you're celebrating
about putting that anywhere near the blood, sweat, and tears it took to get the real championship banners up there, to put that up there after you play the Indiana Pacers for some, you don't get the hell away from it's like that'll give the other banners a rash or mold. You don't put that up there. Magic beat Larry Bird, Dr. J.
You beat Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, no.
So you have a different trophy case. We'll put it outside. In high school, when you want a tournament in high school, basketball teams, you travel off, you play in the Sabinal tournament. We didn't come home and raise a banner for winning the Uvalde Boys Invitational, which is basically what this is.
This is stupid.
It's the North Side tournament. It's, hey, you beat some good teams on a funny court. Hey, you did some cool stuff. And we'll build a little trophy rack on the outside where people can walk by. Oh yeah, remember 5 years ago when we beat them? That was different.
Dude, this is stupid. If they really put that next to a Magic Johnson 1980, 79, where he played all 5 positions, went for a triple-double in a game 6 closeout, you put that crap. Again, I'm all for the in-season tournament. I'm not knocking the in-season tournament. What I am knocking is putting that next to what the real Lakers have accomplished. is silly, and it has LeBron written all over it, and you can't tell me any different.
So they're going to give rings? Get a ring?
He's probably getting a ring and a parade.
A ring and a parade? When are they going to celebrate appropriately? We'll follow closely. But first and foremost, we got someone to talk to. His name is Clarence Hill Jr. He's with the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Hey, look out, world. The Cowboys might have the MVP and the Coach of the Year on the same roster. Let's talk to Clarence about that. This is R&R, and you're on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I hope nothing is paining you today. I hope you woke up feeling fine and dandy, ready to attack life. If that's you, keep it to yourself because you're in the minority. Most of us are dealing with things that are slowing us down. Listen, if you're dealing with pain that's keeping you out of your game, there is a fix. It's a Rosti. The Rosti providers are all around San Antonio with one goal in mind, and that is to get you out of pain. They are highly trained medical professionals to do just that. So if you're dealing with a strain or a sprain, a muscle or skeletal issues, if you're dealing with plantar fasciitis, frozen shoulders, frozen back, if you ever had one of those tension headaches that starts in the middle of your back and punches you right in the forehead, you know what I'm talking about. They can help with that too. Listen, a Rosti providers, they accept most insurances, and you never need a referral to go. When you walk in the door, they're going to do a full examination. They're going to figure out why you're hurting. They're going to figure out where it's hurting. They're going to fix it. It's amazing how they do it and how quickly it works. Under 4 visits, I'm living proof. Lower back issues most of my adult life. The story goes on. They got me fixed, and they taught me how to keep myself out of pain. Listen closely. There's a fix out there for it. The number you need is 1-800-404-6050. Call it right now. You don't need a referral. Get yourself fixed. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Rosti is here. Call them today, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Here's an unexpected holiday surprise for all the last-minute shoppers. Now through December 17th, all of Diamond's Direct Diamond Classics are 25% off. That's all diamond earrings, all diamond bracelets, all diamond pendants, an incredible 25% off. Special financing, too. Get the perfect gift at the best value price all year. 25% savings on all diamond earrings, bracelets, and pendants. Now through the 17th only, and only at Diamonds Direct. Get details, directions, and more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
When asked what is on your wish list this holiday season, send your Santa to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has that new grill and all the grill accessories you have been wanting, plus over 300 spices and rubs that make great stocking stuffers. If you need power tools, 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has all the top brands and the tools you want. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has specialty gifts and everything you need for indoor and outdoor lighting, decorations, and gifts. Drop the hint or kickstart the holiday shopping yourself at 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks near Jones Maltzberger.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Your brain is an amazing thing, but as you get older, it naturally begins to change, causing a lack of sharpness or even trouble with recall. Thankfully, the breakthrough in Prevagen helps your brain and actually improves memory. The secret is an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired, Prevagen has been shown to improve memory. A Pharmacy Times national survey of pharmacists rated Prevagen the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand for the 5th year in a row. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere without a prescription. Help your memory. Try Prevagen today. Prevagen. Healthier brain, better life. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
So I have been in the operating room most of my career, watching people have orthopedic surgery, watching people get knees replaced, hips replaced, shoulders fixed, and I knew there had to be a better way.
That's Dr. Daniel Zuckerman, a medical director for QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in non-invasive regenerative treatments for pain relief.
I see so many people who could have been helped before they got to the operating room if only they had known about regenerative medicine.
QC Kinetics, a natural alternative that uses your body's own healing process properties to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue, providing long-lasting relief without drugs, surgery, or downtime.
Well, it feels great when I do get to see somebody who we help, who I know I kept out of the operating room. It's amazing how we change people's lives without surgery.
Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the scenic views stick around after the sun sets, and your favorite cocktails keep you company long after overtime. Where else can you unwind with bourbon and late-night bites? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
R&R in the morning on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
It's R&R in the morning. It's Tuesday. It's not Monday. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's Texas. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, we head to Fort Worth. That wasn't even very good. Clarence Hill Jr., the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, is standing by, and he is here. Welcome aboard, man. How was your weekend?
I'm great, man. How you guys doing?
Fantastic. When you coming down here to see your people, man? You don't even come to San Antonio anymore. You know you from here.
You know,
don't forget about us.
He
don't
comes in and leaves and doesn't even call us.
Yeah, you ain't to that big time, are you?
Man, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. You know,
I know your people listening. That's why I'm calling you out.
You are hitting a sore spot.
Uh-oh.
You know, my issue is football season, I can't get away. I don't have no weekends. Just go hang out.
That's
I
true.
work, man. It's from July to February, man. It's 6-7 days a week, every week.
You can take a day off here and there.
I am working.
No, I feel you.
Not enough to go down the street.
Right. So
not enough to go 5 hours down the street.
No, that's
4.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a hump. It is a hump. And so from your standpoint, what did you think of the game Sunday night?
I was disappointed, man. I was looking for a shootout, man. I was looking for this big showdown game to turn into a blowout as far as an aesthetic standpoint. But I thought the Cowboys would win, and they took care of business. I mean, the Cowboys outplayed them in Philadelphia, and they blew them out in Dallas. I mean, it was tough to say that when the Eagles were 10-1 that they were not playing well because they were 10-1 and they kept winning. But I mean, if you watch the games, they look more like the Vikings of last year than the Eagles of last year. As far as how well they were playing, and certainly Jalen Hurts was in the MVP conversation because they were winning, but he wasn't playing his best football. And certainly the 49ers exposed them, and the Cowboys did what the 49ers did, and so they've lost 2 blowout games back-to-back weeks. But the Cowboys continue to do what they've been doing. Since that 49ers lost. And even though they lost to the Eagles, that offense was getting better. Dak was getting better. And, certainly the defense played a complimentary game. And that damn kicker continues to set NFL records. I mean, who saw that coming?
No, I didn't.
He's unconscious.
Because we were with you at training camp, Clarence, and we were watching those two dudes just I almost got hit by a couple of missed field goals at training camp.
Yeah, it is crazy what Auburn's been able to do and how he's done since the start of the season. But hey, the Cowboys, 49ers are the 2 best teams in the NFC.
Seems little doubt there. Clarence Hill Jr., the Fort Worth Star-Telegram here. Make sure you're following him on all the appropriate socials so you're getting caught up on things. Behind the scenes, Clarence, what was the effort like to get McCarthy ready to coach on the sidelines on Sunday? Was there any difference after he came back to work?
It's crazy because the funny thing is I was teasing Dak and McCarthy, to tell you before we get into that how normal things were, how focused they were on beating the Eagles. This man coached after having an emergency appendicitis, in pain, had to have a Matt Walesko to be his blocker on the sideline so nobody would run into him. And after the game, after that big win, with a win that Jerry Jones called the biggest win of Mike McCarthy era, he didn't even get a damn game ball. They forgot to give the coach a game ball. Dak what, for appendicitis? I mean, come on. We'll tell you, he was shocked. And I asked McCarthy yesterday, he said, no, they forgot about me. That's so crazy, but that's how focused. To me, that's a testament to how focused they were and how normal it was considering the week was less than normal when your coach has emergency appendicitis on Wednesday and everybody's shocked in the meeting rooms and wondering where coach was. And, he has this pain he's been dealing with, like most men who let it go too long to a certain extent, because he had been dealing with pain, think he could fight through it, and then he succumbed and said, I need to go and get this checked out, and has emergency appendicitis and has to sleep and doesn't get out of the hospital until Thursday and comes back on Friday. But it was different for the Cowboys, but yet the tough guy from Pittsburgh did what he was supposed to do, did what everybody expected him to do, would be out there on the field and call plays, and he called an amazing game.
This is his third year in a row, Clarence, of double-digit wins, and the gamble to roll the dice on letting go of your coordinator who had the number one offense when Dak was starting for 2 years running. Why is Mike McCarthy's name not being mentioned for Coach of the Year? What is it going to take? Because again, it's a regular season award. It had nothing to do with the playoffs. It's a regular season award. They're 10-3, clearly the second best team in the hell. You could say the league, but why is his name never brought up? And that's no slight to D'Amico Ryans or anybody else is in the conversation, but Mike should firmly be in there at some point.
Well, I think that as that goes, and that continues to rise and be at the front of the MVP conversation, Mike's name will start getting mentioned more and more. The problem is that they were 12-5 and 12-5 the past couple of years. They were supposed to be good. D'Amico Ryans was not supposed to be good.
Gotcha.
So you're going to give guys like that the edge because they're coming out of nowhere. They're doing something that was not expected. I mean, we expected the Cowboys to be good. Of course, we all know that Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys will only be judged by how they do in the playoffs, right? That's where he's going to go over the top for a lot of people. But the problem also is the people's opinion of Mike McCarthy. You guys didn't think much of him when he left Green Bay. They thought, you know how you guys were, thinking that, he was holding Aaron Rodgers back and he was archaic and his certainly offense. He didn't, how dare you, old man, replace Kellen Moore? What are you going to do? You got this archaic system. We don't know anything about offense anymore. And when you did last coach an offense, it was Aaron Rodgers that was changing plays to the line of scrimmage because the game had passed you by. I think that he's getting a lot of guff. He had gotten a lot of guff that was disrespectful. He doesn't. He certainly doesn't have the cachet that Sean Payton has. They have the same damn record. You look at there people have Sean Payton up on this pedestal of what type of coach he is and what he's done. And he and Mike McCarthy have the same damn record. Actually, McCarthy has more wins than Sean Payton, but I don't think people would put Mike McCarthy and Sean Payton in the same category. I think it's disrespectful. And he's showing you guys this year. This guy can coach. And more than anything, he knows how to manage his football team. That's the thing I've been most impressed with, was how he's managed his team. Certainly he managed their health. Done a great job with Tyron Smith and health of these old guys. This team has been relatively healthy. You have obviously Trevon Diggs injury and Leighton Vander Esch injury, but this team has been healthy. The last couple of years have been healthy, and he's certainly managed them well down the stretch. I still don't think he gets enough credit for going 4-1 without Dak Prescott last year and continue to be 12-5. And now third straight year with double-digit win, could win 12, 13 games this year. He's done a great job since being in Dallas. But again, Mike McCarthy was not brought here to go 12-5. He's not brought here to get to the playoffs. He's brought here to win in the playoffs. And that's where he'll ultimately be judged.
What are you waiting to see, Clarence, from this team to tell you that they are capable of getting the Super Bowl? Is there anything left that you need to check off your list that says, yeah, they can do it?
Well, I mean, for everybody, it's what they're going to do in the playoffs. I mean, we're all going to move the goalposts. Yeah, they finally be the winning team.
We ain't moving the goalposts. This is facts, Clarence.
So is it a win against Buffalo? Win on the road against a good team on high?
Well, of course, then if they beat, of course they're gonna be Buffalo, but this is not the old Buffalo. It's like Buffalo's not Buffalo we expect. It's always gonna be something, right? And it doesn't matter. They can beat Buffalo. They can beat Miami. At the end of the day, there's still gonna be this question mark when January comes. Can they overcome these guys in the playoffs? Can they do it again? That's it. That's what it's going to be. And I'm not saying it's unfair. I say move the envelope, move the goalposts, but that's the reality. We going back to training camp was all about what are the Cowboys going to do in the playoffs. Everybody expected them to get there. You know, they will be determined. Their season will determine. The legacy will be determined by what they do in the playoffs. Certainly, they're playing well. People say only beat bad teams. Now they beat 2 teams with a winning record at home. You know, and they play well at home. Well, they play well at home. Now they got to show they can do it on the road. Now you got Buffalo, you got Miami. Can they overcome Buffalo, Miami on the road? We'll see. You know, but these are challenges. One thing Mike talked about. These are playoff type games. These are games you have to win. You know, if you're going to do well in the postseason. So go prove it. But even if they do prove it in the regular season, we're going to come with, well, what are they going to do in the postseason? That's a fact.
Clarence Hill Jr., the Fort Worth Star-Telegram.
So let's nitpick time. Did you like the offense in the second half? Second half, the offense, I feel like they kind of started playing the score, kind of felt like the Philly wasn't really going to test them that day. And in the second half, they only managed to kick 3 field goals, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think about the offense in the second half?
I mean, I think they played with their food early, but, you know, as Dak said, you know, they did get key field goal drives. They did get key points, and those field goals count. And they kept them in the lead, and they really kept Philly at bay because they kept scoring. They were able to score when we thought Philly was going to get close. You know, that third down throw to Jake Ferguson, who was exploding.
That was a dime.
You know, right before our eyes. He's become a baby king, baby. He's doing well. The jumping, flying Jake Ferguson. They make key plays. Certainly they didn't score the touchdown that they had hoped and you had hoped, but they kept going forward. You know, they were still throwing to the end zone and doing some different things. Dak still came up with key third down, but they were able to kick field goals. I mean, things were not supposed to be easy against the Eagles, right?
That's true.
But Dak admitted, I didn't play my best. He didn't play his best games. If he didn't play my best game, we'd have scored 50. That's what's so crazy about it, because you are nitpicking a 33-13 sound blowout victory against the freaking Eagles that puts you on the top of first place. They were nitpicking the offense.
I like the way you worded that. You're right. You're right when he's worded that way. I agree with you.
It doesn't get any easier. The Eagles, I think, were just about out of gas. The Bills are making a chase. They're not what we thought they were, but Josh Allen is as good as any quarterback in the NFL right now. I mean, they are hot, and the prep for how much does the prep for a quarterback like Jalen Hurts help in the prep for a quarterback like Josh Allen, who seems to be in the same vein?
Josh Allen, first of all, he's not playing as well as Dak.
Oh, no.
No, absolutely not. Okay. Nobody is. That's the MVP right now.
But they're close.
Well, he's not playing as well as Dak.
Well, they're 1 and 2 in a lot of different categories. Josh and Dak are 1 and 2 in NFL games with passing and rushing touchdowns. I mean, they're pretty close.
Don't give me stats. He ain't playing as well as Dak.
But see, Josh won a playoff game. No, wait.
He still turned the ball. We're talking about right now. You said Josh is playing as well as in the quarter. No, he's not playing as well as Dak. Let's be honest about that.
Okay. He's not. He's close to the best.
But you're right. I'm just messing.
I know
with you. You're right. Buffalo remains a challenge. I mean, Josh Allen's good. He certainly Jalen Hurts and his ability to run and it helps prepare you for Josh Allen. But he's still a different beast. He runs with power. That's a tough guy to tackle.
Yes.
You know, and so all of that. But as well as it's funny because as well as Josh has played and played pretty well against Kansas City, Kansas City should have won the game, not for dumb butt Kadarius Toney.
And even despite that, beating Kansas City is no difficult task anymore.
No, I'm not saying it is, but it helps when the Kansas City has the worst receiving core in the league, and you can't get right out there. The receiver just continue to mess up. It certainly helps. But yeah, if you watch the game, and I did. I thought Kansas City should have blown them out. Of course, Josh had that turnover to help them get back in the game in the first half, which he's prone to do. And at the end of the day, Kansas City was right there. Certainly playing at Buffalo, that crowd, that stadium, there won't be as many Cowboy fans traveling to Buffalo as they do to most things. They're not traveling to Buffalo, and those tickets are not readily available. Those fans don't sell their tickets for the opposing team. It's going to be a different environment for sure. It's a huge challenge, and again, Kansas they do have weapons, and it's funny because I was asking Dan Quinn yesterday, are you going to pick Trevon Diggs' brain about his brother Stephon Diggs? And how to stop him because they practice against each other every summer. And he said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do Trevon like that and put him in that position. So which
Clarence,
is a classic response. We're going to do enough.
We're kind of up against it. I have a question about the future. Certainly, Dan Quinn is going to be first on a lot of lists to be a head coach out in the league next year. Is Al Harris the candidate to be the DC if Quinn leaves?
No, he's not.
Wow.
And I know everybody gives Al Harris a lot of sentiment. And I'm kicking myself because the defensive passing game coordinator is the next guy up.
Okay.
And he's been with Mike for a long time. I can't. I'm kicking myself because I'm old. But he's the next guy up. Not Al Harris.
So would Al be gone though? Can you imagine him staying if he's not the DC?
Well, I mean, it depends on what his role is. I mean, and I listen, we love Al Harris, and we love what he's done with cornerbacks. That's a different
Joe
animal than calling a defense.
It's Joe Witt Jr.
That's what I'm talking about. My bad. And, forgive me, Joe Witt. But Joe Witt is the guy. Joe Witt was the guy who handled the defense when Dan Quinn was out. Joe Witt will be the guy, and he's ready for that position. Joe Witt is, Mike McCarthy's guy. He was with him in Green Bay with Dan Quinn in Atlanta. He will be the guy, and then maybe Joe Witt will be the defensive coordinator under Al Harris. Maybe the defensive passing game coordinator have a bigger role under a guy like Joe Witt. But no, it wouldn't be Al Harris who would elevate to the defensive coordinator role. It would be Joe Witt.
Sold me. He's Clarence Hill Jr. Make sure you're checking him and make sure you're thanking him for joining us every Tuesday. It's always a pleasure,
Appreciate
my friend. Take care. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Clarence Hill Jr. right here on San Antonio Sports Star. He does that every week. Make sure you set your clocks appropriately. But as we were talking with Clarence, the Nationals are running the story with Patrick Mahomes in postgame and his reaction. Now, he has evidently retired or come back out and apologized to Josh Allen. Is that what he did?
Apologized to Josh Allen. Also said, I can't react that way. That's not it. And Josh, he said, I really want to apologize to Josh because he had nothing to do with it.
This is him admitting as much yesterday.
I mean, the flag today was tough. Offensive offsides. It's something that, you as a like I said, elementary school, we talk about. You line up, you point to the ref. You're good. You're not good. If not, they come to you. Hey, we talk. You need to get off the ball more. You need to be on the ball more. You have a discussion. That's the ref's job. You want to have an open discussion so that you can go out there and put the best product you can on the field. And for him to throw that flag, no explanation, no anything. And I saw the picture, and he probably is, barely offsides. But for him to take the game into his hands over a call like that doesn't affect the play at all, didn't affect anything. It's just tough, man. And like I said, man, that's a Hall of Fame tight end making a Hall of Fame play that won't be shown because we threw a flag for an offensive offsides. And so it takes away from not only this game and this season, but from a legendary career that Travis has had. And that hurts me because I know how hard he works for it.
He's ruined. Basketball coaches and players go, welcome to the party. What are you talking about? Refs insert themselves all the time. We're used to it. Football guys get used to it.
Right. Yeah. That was a kind of an apology.
Kinda,
sorta.
What are you talking about? You even at the moment you go, well, he was kind of offsides.
Maybe apology is the wrong word
at that moment.
Maybe apology is the wrong word.
But the self-entitled, it's all about the product we're putting out there. The fans wanted us to win. And, the fans, it's the product, right? The fans wanted us to win.
Right. The fans did want us to win. And, I hate that he's trying to act like Travis Kelce all of a sudden now isn't going to be a first ballot. Like, he's still first ballot. What are you talking about?
I'm hurting for him, Rudy. I'm hurting for poor Travis.
Yeah, Travis is doing just fine. Travis made like $40 million in the last 3 months.
He'll be all right. He threw a dart.
Yeah, off the cuff.
Would you have cut Tony?
I can't.
Why? Because that means am I going to get worse?
I don't have anyone else.
There's no one that cannot do that. Hey, Rudy and I got some work to do and some more pancakes to eat. Hey, the Blitz is imminent. They're already in the building. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you mañana.
It's R&R